Away we go.
Away we go. Away we go.
To the
Away
wild
we
blue
go.
pewter.
How come I don't see me yet? Oh, that
Well,
tells me. I heard the whoop
I
whoop whoop
just,
whoop whoop.
I just saw you pop it up.
Yeah, yeah,
Commercial, commercial. I ain't watching no stupid commercial.
yeah. Commercials off. I
All
was
right, let
hitting
me
commercials.
mute that here. Hang on, I
Commercials.
gotta mute
Hello,
that.
everybody, and welcome to episode 7 or 7, 12. I can't
Jack,
count.
it was his fault, dude. It's his fault.
I
Blame him.
what? The about time thing? No way.
Daedalus, it was his fault. You know what he said? He's like, let him wait.
I,
He did. I heard him say it.
I did not. There was no. Don't fall into his lies, people.
It's true.
Don't
All right,
fall into.
let's
Look
see.
at
I gotta.
all the chat lit up here without me. Woo!
You've got to get a link. Where the hell's the
Aztecs,
link? Hang on.
I approved your link, if that's what it was, a link.
Copy the link.
Do you know who
All right.
Aztecs is?
I do not, but I guess we're gonna find out.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome
hold
to
on a
the
minute
live
here.
chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah, bots.
We don't have we don't have many rules, but that's one. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
I gotta mute that. That's
Look,
gonna drive me crazy.
Canada.
Huh?
Oh, look, Tim Hortons.
Oh, look, Wiener Schnitzel.
That doesn't
See?
even sound right.
I know it doesn't, but it's so good. All right, let's see.
Broadcasting to you live from Be Quiet
Yeah,
Studios. And this guy's
yeah.
broadcasting live from
Or
California.
Orange County, California, guys. That's why the background's all sketchy right now.
Yeah, his girlfriend hasn't showed up yet. The friend. The.
She's gonna whoop you.
Oh!
You
Is
know,
your.
if my wife is watching, she'll get you, dude. She gonna get you.
Yeah, well, first she has to be watching.
That's true, and she will be in a minute when I actually get everybody tagged.
But will she actually rewind to when we started to hear what so called I said?
Well, if so, I can still blame you. Therefore, I'm doing well.
Oh.
All right, there we
Alright.
go. Let's get him on
So,
here.
guys, how has everybody been doing? Yeah, right? What's he doing in orange?
All right. All right. Well, I'll tell that story in just a minute. I'll tell that story in a minute, but you got to give me just a second here. I'm tagging everybody that actually wanted to be tagged in this. So let's see.
Tag team back again. Hold on. Tag team back again. Check, baby, check,
That's
baby,
right.
let's begin. Because I'm on the mic and there's no friend. Solo.
Uh,
What? That's right. This is my podcast voice. No, sorry. Radio voice. Radio voice. Yes, Jeff P. is Aztecs.
Oh, Jeff P is Aztecs. Okay. All right. Okay.
He's
Well, that
Aztecs Adventures, yo.
that makes more sense. Is Lloyd in the channel? Did he make it yet, or is he slacking?
Lloyd. Do I see Lloyd? Beatdown, how are you? Daedalus, thanks for joining. Jeff, thanks for coming in, or now known as Aztecs Adventures. Sorry. And that's who we have in here right now. Huh. Where did
Oh, Jeff here is going to have a story for us, by the way, Paul.
Oh, Jeff's going to have a story for us.
He is. A lot of you guys, if you're into the 8-bit or the 16-bit world like I am, there is a store down here that's called Computer Reset. And it's been out of business now for a couple of years. The guy that passed away that owned it, but it was literally stocked from floor to ceiling with computer parts, all retro stuff from the 80s and 90s. And you can only get in by appointment. And old Jeff there got to get in and still hasn't sent me pictures of what he got me. He's supposed to have got me something, Jeff.
Oh,
But
Jeff,
we'll
you've
see.
been in there. I thought it was like, sorry. I thought, here's my boobies.
Lloyd said he'll
Demonetized.
be. Yeah, right. Lloyd said he'll be here in a minute.
Hey, fellas. I got a truckload. Dude. Well, I guess you probably want to sell it too, right? Like, that's the kind of thing. What I'm
Did
looking
you
for. is it?
Did you get me any Commodore stuff? That's all that matters. I
Ooh,
don't care about the rest of it. I want Commodore.
I'm looking for like a K6 K6 system. I have like, check this
I've
out.
got one.
Check this out. You got one?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. So here we have the Cyrex. Remember that? I had to
Oh,
keep
dude,
that.
do I ever?
I had to keep it because we all ran a Cyrex at one point or another.
Yeah, and
And then,
Cyrix was the most deceptive practice when it came to advertising. Do you remember that?
oh, big
Like
time.
they'd say, "Oh, it's a 686 133," and you're like, "Yes, I can get
Right?
133 megahertz," and you're running at like 50. Yeah,
Yeah, this is a K62 550, I think. It's a
yeah.
K62 550. And I have a
You know,
K62.
and I'd just like to point out, if any of you guys would like to see any of that stuff without having to go through it individually, you could
500.
just look at the wall behind me. When I'm in my booth.
Well, that's not what I want. I want working system.
What makes you think it's not working?
Yeah, I want.
I
But
know
yeah,
they
but I want
would.
like the old white case. I want the because it's the AT at that point, isn't it? No, wait, maybe K6 could have been both.
Could have been, and that sucks, Aztec. But I had a feeling that was going to be the case. I knew there was no way there was going to be Commodore stuff. And I also know for a fact that like the 8-bit guy and all those guys got in there early and took out all the choice crap. Which okay, I guess that's a advantage of rank. But to
Advantage
answer
of
your
rank.
question, advantage of rank. That's what it is. To answer your question, I'm actually down here with my regular day job. Contrary to popular belief, the flea market and
Hey, Rome.
the podcast are not my job. Rome is actually one of the techs that works with me, and he's the one I'm down here working with this week.
I'm sorry to hear that, Rome. I can't believe you have to
Yeah,
work with this guy directly.
I wouldn't want to work with this guy directly either.
No,
And I know him.
no. Oh, you flipped it. You
Yeah,
flipped
see
it.
how good I am at this?
Yeah, you flipped it.
That's right. That's right. But got mostly one software, big box software. Yeah, he said that they had a ton of actually wrapped, original, unwrapped software. And he was supposed to look for some DOS 622 and Windows 3.1 for me. We'll see.
Hey,
You got a
that's
Pi
cool,
3
Dadless.
DPLS and a Super Pi
I got
case.
three.
Very nice, dude.
Three of the
Now you
3Bs.
can use that. Yeah, you can use that SD card I sent you, Daedalus, on that. It'll work. Or if you want a real Daedalus, or
You're froze
a
up on
real
us,
card,
buddy.
let me know. Maybe we'll do a giveaway on that next time.
Yeah, he's got the wonderful world of
I'm always
uh,
froze up. Hang on.
crappy internet. It's called Hotel, paid for by the company. Internet. Um, did you get Big Box and DOS and 311? Because if you did,
Yeah.
he did. Herb Wars, what's up, buddy? And again, guys, if you're in here and you're hearing me, and I want to see more likes. What the beep is going on with that? Anyway, if you're in here and you're hearing me, check Herb Wars channel out. And if anybody here has a channel, throw it out there. Lloyd, you're here. Lloyd is, well, I'm here just a minute. So he's here, but not here? But here? I don't, yeah, sure. So, I got something to talk about tonight, of course. The show is going to be, got to focus on some Intel and AMD thing that we're seeing from the thumbnail. We'll talk about that a little later. That way we have content. Yeah, content. I know, this show never
Yeah.
has content.
Well, let's see how long it lasts this time. I've got a constant ping running on it, so when that ping time jumps up into the 1,000 milliseconds, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, oh.
So
Yeah, he was, it's really funny. Me and him were talking for about an hour, testing and setting up and everything.
no problem at all.
Not a flaw. The
Yep.
minute we went to go live, I'm like, dude, you're cracking up. He's like, oh, you sound terrible. I'm like, it's not me.
It was sketchy, dude. It's bad.
And he wasn't freezing on my system, but he's freezing on his end, but I was seeing him still moving. So it was
Yep.
messed up.
That's the way it works, dude. When you need it to work is when it doesn't.
That's
Lloyd,
correct.
you were working on a film. You've been filming for a guy in Canada, dude. I don't know why you're doing that. I wouldn't work with anybody from Canada.
Oh, that went quiet. Lloyd, good for you to work with us Canadians. And good
Yes,
back
you
to the
should
Canadian beauty that is Canada.
agree,
And,
Lloyd. You should always help out special people.
and,
Always.
and our truckers.
Truckers are awesome.
Now,
Yeah, and you know what? All y'all give it up for truckers, dude. These guys are badass.
I have to
Love
say
them.
something about it. I didn't want to, but I'm going to. And it's very important. Oh, that's cool. I want to know what this is.
I do too.
Yeah, so do I. So, just a quick thing on the truckers. I'm not going to get into vaccines and all this shit again, but they need fuel, right? And so at one point, a carriage came, horse and carriage, covered with a great big huge diesel tank in the back, okay? But it even said Freedom Fuel. So they were delivering for free, and they were going to pump these trucks to gas them up. So at first, no mandate came down on this. There was no issues, except for they said, we're not allowing you to bring that in. So you have to turn around. If you want to hand bomb fuel off or carry it in, by all means, go ahead. So after, I guess about a day or so, can you add me to the podcast? Yeah, I guess we could in a minute. Just give us a minute. So what was really weird about this is people started coming in with gas cans, and the police confiscated them. Right? Because now they can probably end this by not fueling up the trucks. Okay? What is that?
Oh, I've got the voodoo doll of Beatdown. He doesn't know it.
You got the voodoo ball, blah blah. You got Beatdown's balls? What?
It's voodoo balls.
Oh.
They're very scary. They are very scary, dude. They're kind of small, but they're very scary.
That's scary. I'm just going to finish this because that was weird. And then I'm not going to talk about the truckers anymore as far as I'm saying right now.
Love the truckers.
Truckers, go truckers, go truckers. Anyway.
Go truckers, go truckers.
What was interesting about it was they were harassing and taking all the fuel, okay? So, they put out a meme. Everybody bring an empty gas can for the next day. So people were filling them up with antifreeze or water to make it look weighted. And hundreds and hundreds of people started walking into Ottawa with gas cans in their hands. Brand new gas cans. Like some guys were even drinking right out of the nozzle because it was brand new, right? The cops started harassing and taking the gas cans. He goes, dude, there's only water in there. But they still took them. So they confiscated the gas cans. Well, a judge is ruling that it was wrong. There was no reasoning for taking someone's property. And they're not allowed to just return them. Oh, it gets better. So they can't just put them all on the spot and say, come get your gas can. They have to return them where they took them. So if it was at the corner of this store or here or whatever, they have to return the gas cans to where they got them. Okay? So the government has enforced you cannot bring gas to the truckers. Okay? They did that to get distraction, to get diesel to the truckers. And it is theft. But here's the unique thing. So the ballpark or the stadium is not far from this, okay? And now there's a loophole. The loophole is, no matter what their law is, firefighters are allowed to bring in fuel. They're calling a loophole because it's a flammable material that someone should not be carrying in, okay? So what they're doing is volunteers and firefighters from non-volunteer or whatever are all meeting up at this stadium, and they're just going to walk in with the fuel and fuel up the trucks. And nothing they can do to stop them because they're firemen.
Frankly, I think that if I can't believe the cops are actually going along with any of the government orders. If they stop enforcing that crap, this is over. So, but
Oh, the truckers have to. There was some interviews today where they said, "I don't care if we're here a month, we're staying."
good,
So
good.
he said, "This is not just about us anymore." He said, what the PM did was wrong, and we're here to stand. I mean, Fox News is covering this nonstop now,
Yes, they are.
right? And they're calling our PM a BM. They're calling him a pussy. They're calling him a wimp. They're calling him anything they could call him. What prime minister, just before the trucks
Basically,
show up, or as they show up, oh, I got COVID. I have to go in lockdown.
yeah.
But what
Basically,
about
they're
saying,
saying they're stating the obvious. I just want to make sure that we're clear on that.
yeah,
So they're not really saying anything that's earth shaking or anything. They're
no,
stating the obvious. Yeah,
we
yeah.
had
Gotcha.
a
Gotcha.
supposedly good looking prime minister that all the girls like, but he's an idiot. So there you go. So anyway,
Yeah.
enough on that on my end. I just wanted to speak about the fuel because it was freaking funny. And the
Yeah.
loophole, it was today that they found out the loophole. So now
Yep.
they can deliver gas without having to try and sneak it in. But Lloyd, thanks. You got the footage of them sneaking it in. That is awesome. Just keep watching Ontario Walks. Okay, the guy's live all the time for this. I have live footage. The guy I've been working with, his chat people have donated 11,850, which has been handed out to the truck. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, I know that Florida is suing GoFundMe right now, and there's a lot of states that look like they're going to jump on board too with this.
Well,
And I really, as much as I hate to say it, Paul, I really hope American truckers will do the same,
they're
even
coming
though
to DC.
that'll cost every single one of us
They're,
because we're going to have to wait for this crap to come
yep,
in.
yep.
But at some point, you've got to sacrifice to get something you really, really need, and we really, really need these morons to go back under the rock they crawled out of.
Um,
So.
so the news on that is truck, the trucker coalition, this convoy 2022, the actual people who got the organizers, they've already organized the run to DC. It's getting started. So Canada, which is really cool at this point, is going to control and run the trucker thing in the United States going to DC.
Could
That
you
is really
imagine if
cool.
they could get enough trucks to fill the freeway from Ottawa to DC?
That's pretty much done, man. Did you see the
I saw it. I
Alberta
saw it.
borders?
Hmm.
Trucks aren't getting in.
I'm ready.
Apparently, it's our number one border crossing for tractor trailers for both sides. And even the U.S. has now said, the conservatives and stuff have said that we're the number one trade. So we're the number one trade partner. We do more with you than China and Mexico.
Doesn't
And
surprise me.
yeah, we're number one. And now people aren't going to get their stuff. The trucks aren't
No,
going.
they're not. They're not.
So
But I'm telling you, Paul. At some point, you've got to be willing to make that sacrifice. And if people in this country, and I'm glad to say this, they finally are getting to the point where they're going to stop being just total wusses and sucker down and say, look, if it's going to take that to get this over with, let's do that. I really hope we're there.
and
But we have a lot of sissified people in this country, just like you do. So
so Lloyd says he got
you
this,
and
but it's too
yeah,
long to type here.
that's fine. And you have a total wuss for a prime minister, but we just have a moron for a president. So at the end of the day,
I don't know if you can't call our prime minister a moron. Like
he's just God. He's a sissy. Every single time I see him on there, I'm like, why isn't he wearing a dress?
I never watched, like the House of Commons and that crap where you have a speaker
Yeah.
and you got to talk to Mr. Speaker, and then conservatives or liberals. Well, we're a liberal party here with the prime minister and whatever. There's a couple key things that I found out about that, because the health in charge, liberal. Because every time someone comes up to speak, they say whether they're conservative, NDP, liberal, whatever. So everybody talking that has anything to do with Canada, every single time, the health minister, liberal. Prime minister, liberal. The guy in charge of safety in Canada, oh wait, liberal. The guy that takes care of whatever that happens on the internet and everything. Oh wait, liberal. And I'm like, where are the jobs for the conservatives and everything? How do we control anything? You
You
guys have
cannot.
effing taken over
You can't
everything.
allow anybody that's conservative to get an eye at, because if you do, because, and I'll tell you once again, guys, we did not mean this to get off on politics,
Right, and
but at the end of the day,
but it is
you
what's
cannot.
happening in the world.
That's right, liberals cannot win in the field of ideas. They can't, because all of their ideas fail, and every single time they come up with one, everything they touch is destroyed. Every idea that they implement has what they call unintended consequences. I say it's directly intended.
Yeah.
Um, and there is no exception. Every single, I don't think anybody can ever give me one single liberal idea or policy that has actually worked. Period, and it just hasn't.
The only
None of
reason
them.
why he's in power is he keeps giving and throwing out money to
That's
rants,
money.
right?
Money buys the elections.
And
Yeah.
and that's what he's been doing. I even have seen a video where he states the media. Oh, I own the media. I give them $654 million a year, and I'm sitting there going, what? So you're controlling what they're saying, but you're not saying that. You're just saying, and I thought that was absolute bullshit. The other
Yes,
thing,
but that's just coincidence.
yeah, just coincidence. And trust me, it's happening in your country too. So don't think it's just little old Canada. But the thing that I just want to get out from the House of Commons thing that was really funny was the Conservatives were beating him down, saying, "When are you going to grow up? When are you going to start acting like a prime minister? When are you going to start being a wuss or stop being a wussy? When are you going to end this mandate crap when the science says end it?" And then he gets up and goes, "We are following the science. The science says that we're doing everything that we can do because my liberal science guy right here says that whatever we're doing is right." Yeah, yeah. So, thank you for the question.
Well, I think what we can do to help Canada, and I think everybody in here can agree if you're American, what we really need to do to help Canada is send them Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, yeah, yeah,
You guys can have him. In fact, we'll package him for you.
yeah. I'm just gonna put it out there. He started the whole damn thing.
Yep,
He
he
funded
did.
it. He killed everybody. That guy's
He
on the hook
did.
for millions of people dying, and that guy
Yep,
needs to burn in hell.
yep,
Done.
yep. That's right. That's
All
right.
right, let's get off
But
this topic because
kind of
we
like,
don't.
AMD is about to do if they don't pick up their game.
Oh, okay, guys. So, you guys seen the thumbnail, and you're wondering, I'm an AMD fanboy. What the hell
Him
am I
too.
doing? All right, yeah, him too. And so, okay, let me just get some other facts up here too, so I
AMD,
don't.
Aztec, AMD.
Yeah, AMD. So, oops, there we go.
Ooh, ooh, I hope so, Lloyd. That'd be badass.
So, why did I put the thing and it's got an arrow on AMD going up to our Game Over logo? Well, today a report came out from Newegg saying that AMD has taken, or Intel has taken the number one out of the top 10. AMD had, I think, 8 of the top selling processors, and Intel had 2. Amazon even reported that for last year.
Yep.
Well, Intel now has the number one spot with their DDR5 version of the setup, and I'm sitting there going, that's weird because DDR5 is so hard to get, so I don't know where these numbers are coming from. But anyway, bottom line is AMD is still number 2 with the 5600X, but that's why I said game over, because Intel finally took a stab back at it. But there's more to this. So Steam also put out reports, and Intel is losing the gaming battle. They've dropped, I think it was somewhere in the, I think they only own 60% or something now, and they used to own like 90, and it's dropping hard. And they said that you're not. Another thing was that AMD is not going to be dethroned as just this. Okay, so we're 2022. And 2022 is, what, 2 months old, right? And AMD increased over 68% in revenue in 2021, and already in 2022 hit 21.5 billion in this quarter.
Yeah, and a lot of that is going to be directly related to COVID, of course. And
Right.
I postulate that it'd be a lot higher than that if chip production was up to where it ought to be.
I think Intel would be sitting in a completely different uh-oh. So they may have made a chip
Yeah.
faster for a brief period of time, as I like to say it, but they are not going to stop the momentum and AMD's train right now. Intel's a train wreck, and Intel
Yeah.
or AMD just drove right through it at the crossing. And I don't care what they do now. Oh, great, you caught up to AMD. Like I said in the past, AMD's new stuff is coming, and it's looking badass.
Oh,
On
yeah, it is. I
top of
hope it
that,
is.
yeah, on top of
Yep.
that, AMD's 5800X 3D claims to be faster than everything Intel has right now, and
Yeah, if we can ever get it.
that's just an in between chip that's coming out. But
Yep.
the kicker is not only are we getting brand new DDR5 AMD platforms by the end of the year or sooner, AMD's new video cards are dropping.
Yep. Have you been getting those? I don't know about you, but you were talking about the DDR5, and you're right. Right now, it's impossible to get because
Yes,
we're way
and very
behind on
pricey.
production. I have been getting flooded with DDR4 offers all over the place. Like they're trying to clear out the warehouses and this crap before the 5 starts stocking in. I'm
Yeah,
hoping that that means that that's what they're doing. They're clearing the room to make way for all the 5 that's coming in. At
a,
least I'm crossing my
a
fingers.
gamer kit of 16 gig of DDR for, let's say, 3200 would be normally 99 Canadian. Right now, I'm seeing 60, 69, and we're talking gaming quality, not your just regular dim that, okay, it could work great with this chip or not. They're paired proper kits that have been tested together, considered gaming quality. And yeah, I mean, we're seeing 32 gig kits for. I mean, they used to be $300 Canadian. Now I'm seeing 32 gig kits for like 130 and up.
Yep, I
So
know. And Aztec, you're right. That Samsung plant is going to be a monster. Between that and the new Tesla plant, Texas is in for a huge boost of technology here. But that semiconductor factory is going to be a monster. It's going to be really big. So,
oh,
and from what I understand, they're going to focus right off the bat on making the chips for the cars. But you know what? It all leads into getting a video card into our machines here. So sooner or later, once the cars get caught up, then the rest of us bottom feeders will be able to get our video cards for gaming or uh, Bitcoin. Sorry, what?
wow. $13.2 million raised for the truckers, and he said, there's enough supplies to keep them in front of
Next three
power for the
years.
next 3 years.
That's
That
bad. I hope they
is
do.
freaking awesome. They say they're
I
not
wonder,
moving.
do they have enough to surround the White House and keep anything from coming out of that garbage hole? While
Uh,
they're at it, how about Congress? We'll just surround it all.
that you guys have more truckers than we do. Let's put it
That'd be
that way.
great. I'd be down for it, man. Go
Uh,
truckers.
the difference with you guys is you could call in your military. I think our military is federal. I'm not 100% how this
No, we
works.
can't. We we can't because it would violate the Constitution to call it. You cannot use the United States military on American turf. But it hasn't stopped any president in the past from doing dumb crap, and we know this one has a track record of that. So who knows?
Okay. So what our prime minister did do, he reached out to the Canadian Armed Forces and requested their assistance to come in and move these truckers out. And the military straight
Did
out
they
said
shoot a middle finger?
they did. They said no. Straight up,
Good,
we are not getting
good,
involved. Um,
good.
then the RCMP have now been
Yep.
instigated, and apparently, from what I hear, they're bringing in 150 special officers. Now, I don't know what bull they're going to be able to try and pull. They've arrested 7 or 8 people already on what I call misdemeanors. They're making shit up.
Of course they are.
If you watch like Ontario Walks or whatever, you'll see this. It's completely peaceful. Like, people are dancing. Did you know that they banned playing hockey there for a week. So
Well,
they were playing hockey just to have fun. 3,000 officers. RCMP is bringing in 3,000 officers. Lloyd just confirmed it. They would not come in to help to get someone to do their dirty work. Nice. So validated. 3,000 officers are coming in from the RCMP. Now, you know how you guys have the FBI?
Yeah.
That's the RCMP in Canada. Just so you're aware. So
yeah.
There's frontline officers in the RCMP, and then there's the undercover special. The RCMP is the guys you don't want to F with. Okay, you got your OPP, which is the Ontario Provincial Police in Ontario, and then you have your city police, like you would, your sheriffs, whatever. Which is funny seeing the Alberta border with RCMP and sheriff trucks side by side trying to stop the tractors and everything from going through, and they just went right down through the median and kept on going.
That's what I would have done.
They broke the brocade. It was so funny. They are coming in from every province in Canada. The guy I'm working with got falsely arrested. Nice. Lloyd
it's
does
the video he's working on.
Are you able to bring Lloyd in?
We could try. Hang on.
Lloyd's
I don't want to
give me some interest here.
Let's see here. I don't know if we can add him in or not. Let me see here. Let's see if I can invite him into the server here. I don't know. We will give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Oh.
I invited him to the server. Let's see if he actually does here.
All right, Lloyd, see if that works. And
I don't know.
Okay, so that's good. This is actually a really cool thing to know. This is ridiculous on what's going on. And again, we tried to stop talking about this, but it just keeps coming up. And I don't know what to do. Like, I mean, I'm here. I'm only an hour away from Ottawa, just so you know. That's where I live. I'm an hour away from all of this. The trucks went through our city, and we were all out there. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to, but they were all out there supporting it. And it's just unbelievable. There are vehicles driving around here in Cornwall that actually have, Convoy 2020 all over the vehicles because the support is just so big. I hit join server button.
Hang on, I'm trying.
That is what's going on. Beatdown Gaming. Yar! 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 The rights. RCMP is owned by Disney. What?
Whoa!
What? Oh, it looks like we are getting.
Did that happen?
Why do I have a border thing going?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hold on a second. He's checking to make sure that he's still live over there. He looks like he's live on this side.
Oh, I'm live. I'm just wondering why this is all here.
I don't know.
I'm live here.
Hold on.
That should not be showing, and it's not showing. Oh, that's why. Okay. So whatever. Okay. There we go. It's just that when you clipped in. Oops. When you clipped in, it just altered that. That's all. No biggie.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
right,
guys, we have Santa here as a special guest.
Yeah, we cut Santa in.
See, Santa. He went from the
chat
to the big screen.
That's right. But on the outside, only 50% of his face is showing, so you should be good.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that again.
Okay, so yes, I've been working very closely with the Trucker 2000 convoy, or the 2022 convoy.
Shut up. No feed that.
The guy that I've been working with, I'm actually working with him and another news company, side by side. The stuff that you were talking about with the fuel cans. What happened was they were watching some of the live feeds for some of the YouTubers and Instagrammers and a few other places that they're trending on.
Right.
So what they did was they coordinated with Trudeau, and Trudeau sent out their RCMP, and they have police from Ottawa. They have police from Alberta. They've got police from BC. They've got police from Toronto, and they've got police from Nova Scotia all sitting there in Ottawa.
Oh.
And so, I mean, they got police from every province there. Like you were saying, they did try to contact the military. The military gave them a big middle finger and said, shove it, or get somebody else to do your dirty work. We're not going to do it.
Nobody's behind this guy. Nobody.
Right. And
nobody.
Even the police that are down there are mostly on the side of the people.
Yeah, actually they're not.
They're not
the police
anymore?
that are there, no, they are not. I actually have on film one of the guys that I was working closely with. He and a guy that was bringing in some diesel fuel, they were trying to protect their trucks. There was 2 truckers or 3 truckers there that was had surrounded their trucks to keep their trucks safe. And the guy brought in a truckload of diesel fuel in the jerry cans. Brought in about 300 liters of diesel fuel for them.
Nice. Way to go, whoever that was.
So as soon as he pulled up, he was sitting in his truck, was sitting there. RCMP and about 12 other cops grabbed him, yanked him out of his truck, arrested him on the spot, did not read him his rights. They wouldn't give a badge number, wouldn't give a name, wouldn't give nothing. Hauled him out to the processing center, and about 5 minutes later, behind him, his girlfriend went to try and bail him out, and I have not heard back whether she's got him out of jail yet or not, but apparently he is still sitting in jail.
Wow.
Also, their infrastructure as far as food, water, supplies, wood, gas, anything, fridges, appliances, any electronics is all sitting still, and none of it is being moved because it's all sitting in Ottawa.
Good.
And
The more the people hurt, the more likely it is they're going to stand up and say, we're done with this shit.
right. So another thing too is about I'm going to say 10 or 12 truckers that's right in front of the Parliament building have jacked their trucks up and are taking their wheels off, tires off their truck and putting them on blocks, and they're putting their tires somewhere. They're locking them up so that the RCMP can't come get them. As like I put in the chat up there earlier, I think you read it off. This guy I'm working for, him and the other news correspondent that I'm working with, the kid, or I won't say kid because he's a 24-year-old man, but anyway, him and his chat and the people that he's been helping, they have raised $11,850 in money given out to the truckers. He's gone out, he's bought supplies, he's gone to all the truckers. Like, he goes individually, like trucker to trucker to trucker to trucker, all the way through the whole line.
Nice.
And every day he'll go out there. He's like, hey, I've got a car that's parked on the outside. I can get you whatever supplies you need. Do you need anything? Clothes, cigarettes? Do you need a shower? Whatever you need, we have it available. Some of the people that live downtown, they're in Ottawa, have opened up their homes to the truckers, so the truckers can go get a hot meal.
Well, that's weird because everybody down in Ottawa hate what's going on.
Right,
Yeah,
and
all of Canada does.
That's what
we're the fringe minority.
Yeah, that's
Trudeau
what
said
media,
that if you're not vaccinated, everybody hates you.
That's what the media wants you to believe. This guy that I've been working for, and this is no lie, people, he has managed to get in now live in over 10 countries. And the people that were watching the Canadian news saw his live stream somehow. I don't know if like somebody had like showed them it or something, or if they got sent a link to it some way or something. But they came out because they wanted to see what it's like out on the streets. As soon as they saw exactly what was going on, They said, we do not trust our media here. They have lied to us. This is what's really going on. This is awesome. And so, man, it's been nothing but love and peace and just everybody like playing together. They're out in the streets playing hockey. They've actually started a tournament there for the hockey people there. They've actually turned it into an actual tournament.
Which has
So
been
they actually
banned.
No, it hasn't.
Oh,
It's actually been lifted.
Oh, it got lifted? Okay, because it was banned by a judge a while. Anyway.
A while back it was, yeah. So they've actually lifted that ban. So they've been able to play and do that. They've actually blocked off one of the streets to do that in. So the fuel situation, okay? So where the RCMP came in and decided to take away all the truckers' fuel and whatnot, they ended up taking over 3,200 liters of fuel from the truckers. The weather up there was snowing.
Oh, theft also.
It was snowing, and it was minus 30-degree temperatures, Celsius or centigrade, whatever you want to call it.
Have to run.
Yeah, and it's minus 22 Fahrenheit there, according to the deal. So,
well, then I'd call that assault and attempted murder.
Yeah. So they came in, they took the fuel. The next day, people were sneaking in fuel jerry cans and like going down side streets, back alleys, and stuff to try and avoid the police. One guy, I guess the police saw him from down the street some way. He didn't get hid fast enough. Mm-hmm. They jumped in their cop car, went down, tackled him, arrested him on the spot, and took the jerry can and put it in their trunk.
That's all the above.
I hope it's
That's assault and theft and
yeah.
I hope your courts get flooded with lawsuits.
No names, no badge numbers were given. They won't even talk to you. They won't say nothing.
It doesn't matter anymore. The entire world. Yep, the whole world is on camera though. Everything. Yeah, everybody's a movie star. So whether you identify or not, they got you.
So
keep in mind, have you seen the way our police are dressed down there? They look like military.
Yeah, they look like military. Some of them are
viewable anything. You do not know who any of them are.
Some of them are ex-military.
So for all we know, they could be goons.
They are goons.
You know,
if they're defending all this crap, they're goons.
Some of the guys were hired goons. I did find that out. They're one of the police that was up there. The guy that I'm working closely with basically got under this policeman's skin because when they came up and arrested this guy and threw him in the back of the car, the one I told you that his girlfriend went to go look for or whatever.
Yep.
When they started walking off, they came in and like basically taking the fuel or whatever, and so the guy I'm working with walked up back behind the cops and stuff, and he's like, "You're on the wrong side of history, guys. You don't want to do this. Your kids will thank us for this once this is over, once we win." And hang on one second.
Yeah.
Well, and, by the way, while he's doing whatever he's doing, for all of my the guys on here, no, yours sounds good to me too. I'm not sure what he's hearing, but remember we've had this problem before. Where on your channel your audio was low, but on my channel your audio was normal. So it's kind of strange.
Yeah. No.
As a reminder, guys, when this is later on, I will be streaming the game tonight. So if you guys want to see me get eaten by more sandworms or lose my freaking camel again, then stay here and you'll get to see it happen. So
okay,
Paul,
so
I lost my camel, Paul.
Back to what I'm saying.
Oh, that's sad. Go ahead. Go ahead, Santa.
All right, so
camels are important, dude.
They're American.
Camels are important, dude.
Look, you're in Canada right now, so
yeah.
Go ahead. No. Santa.
Hashtag camels lives matter.
Anyway, he was telling this guy, hey, your kids will thank us for their freedom once this is over. Your kids will thank us for your for this freedom once this is over. You're on the wrong side of history. You're on the wrong side of history. You don't want to do this. And apparently he got so underneath this guy's skin that last night I found a video of this guy. He is still working for the police department, but he quit, and they basically kind of like rehired him back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, he came back and made an apology over YouTube about it. And there is a 2.5-minute video of the apology that he made. And he said, I'm wrong about this. He said, the consequences for what I've done is, I understand it's wrong now. He said, at first when I was doing it, I wasn't thinking about it. It's kind of like about a paycheck kind of thing or whatever.
Right. He's a police officer. He has to do what he has been told to do.
Right. And
you have to stop following orders, though, especially if they're unlawful.
But they serve us. They're here to protect us, not that damn idiot.
So I'm gonna throw a link up into chat about this guy, and I don't know if it'll go through. There you go. So this is kind of his like apology thing or whatever, and he kind of made like a little diary thing about it because this kid got up underneath his skin about the being on the wrong side of history thing.
Yeah.
So I have video of the kid telling him all this, while they're taking all the diesel fuel away from the drivers and stuff. And so like after listening to the kid tell this and then watching this video here, he was like you
put the video link up in this?
Yes.
But it's going to take a little while to come through. You're on about a 30-second delay.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right, too.
I'm watching it, too.
Yeah.
So anyway, throughout this video, in like certain parts of, I think it's like kind of toward the end there, he's like, right at the end of it, he's like,
no data.
I just want you to know, or make a decision, what side of history do you want to be on? And so, and he's like, I was wrong. He said, and he's trying to kind of figure out what he wants to do, if he wants to help the truckers or if he wants to kind of lay low, or I don't know what he's wanting to do, but anyway.
Yeah. How about he starts a new campaign up there for recalling Trudeau? Hey, here's a question. Isn't Canada a monarchy?
Yes.
A portion of it is, right?
A portion of it is, yes.
What does the crown think about this crap? They have to have some kind of say.
The crown actually has no say because Canada's been bought off by some names which I can't name right now.
Santa. I was asking the Canadian.
Yeah, I don't know shit. I'm a tech channel.
There are some big names from DC who have basically bought off Canada. Big names that you guys know. No, not Trump.
Just wanted to throw it.
Unfortunately, I'll just say 2 letters: GS, NP.
Oh, we lost you there.
No, I just got quiet for a second.
Oh.
So anyway, there are some very, very, very big names that basically have bought off Canada, and they're pushing the agenda in Canada, along with China. China is watching what's going on in Canada very, very closely because they have a hand in this. They've got money staked in it.
Canada's responsible for, China's responsible for all this crap too.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sorry to say it. The U.S. is I hate to say it because
when you finance gain of function research,
yes,
you are directly responsible. And granted, if you give it to a country that has got, the lackluster control of a paper bag, then yeah, of course you're going to end up with slips and leaks. But
right.
So what do they have to gain from Canada? Like,
okay, so what this is it's a giant money grab, and not only that, but it is also a genocidal war. They're trying to do bio warfare.
Yes.
They've actually put in something to the new
Omicron.
no.
No.
Omicron is basically just a cold, for a better lack of terms.
It's just reading.
Before we go and start delving into this topic, Lloyd, there are a lot of people out there that are gonna they believe what they've been told.
Yes.
So just know that as you're telling them this is, we're not going to go Alex Jones on this thing here, but yeah, I know. But we definitely need to let people know that it's not everybody's opinion. Let's put it that way. As far as population control goes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Here's my theory on it. You create a virus whose primary function is to kill people that either have underlying health conditions or are over the age of 60.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what this virus does.
And it comes down to our health care. It comes down to our pensions. It comes down on anything the government has to pay out. Your retirement, everything. So if you get rid of the burden on the country turns a profit. And that's how I seen it. And that's how I believe it is. And I believe you guys are right, 100%. Now, did Canada make the virus? No. Did Canada fund it? We don't know. But Canada's definitely the weird one in this whole entire fight. Like Canada,
you didn't have to make the virus. You elected one as prime minister.
Yeah, I mean, what is going on for... but we can't get rid of our government.
Yeah, they can't.
They can do the term. We can't.
There's only one way to get rid of them.
He calls them. Well, that happens in the States.
Right. So what I'm about to tell you, I could probably get my channel completely deleted, banned. I could probably have somebody come after me here at home. So I'm not going to say who.
Don't get our channel demonetized or banned.
I'm not. So, trying to figure out how to word this so that y'all don't. Let's just say that they've added something to the inoculation.
Let's call it malware.
Yeah, let's call it malware.
Computer channel.
All right, let's just call it that. And this
does not represent the opinions of everybody at the Game Over podcast. Go on.
That's correct.
All right, so whatever it is that they've added to this malware thing or whatever, within 24 hours, it will kill you. There was a 5-year-old girl who got her third jab or this this malware, okay?
Yeah.
And within 24 hours, she died. There was another child, 12 years old, got malware. In less than 24 hours, died.
Well,
and that is from getting the
from getting the malware. Yes, from getting the injected malware.
You know that aside, I know that the myocarditis. Yeah, the myocarditis is a real problem.
Well, I have friends in hospital now with that after getting uploaded malware.
Yeah. And for those who don't know what that is, it's causing the hearts to swell, and it causes a lot of problems. It really does.
To do with protein and stuff that messes everything up.
That's because they're dealing with an rDNA vaccine that this hasn't been done before.
And we're not talking about rDNA AMD.
In 30 days, they've had 17,000 people die from this in 30 days.
Yeah, which they will never report in a billion years.
Yeah,
in fact,
I have some info, but I'm not going to talk about it.
You can't do it.
I will get in trouble.
You can't. Yeah. You can't. You can't. You can't. You cannot state truth. You just can't do it.
No.
What I would like to know, what I would love to know, is there is a big difference between a person that dies of COVID and a person that dies with COVID. Right, and if you saw that the HSS secretary up in Congress the other day, Rand Paul asked her directly, what is the correlation difference? And you're talking about 70% died with it and not of it.
Right.
It was always the underlying health conditions, or people would run their car into a wall and burn to death. But if they had COVID, it was the COVID that got them. And
I
this has
got
been
shot in
reported
the head,
everywhere.
but I
But
had
you had
COVID.
COVID,
Yeah.
right? It
The
wasn't.
gunshot didn't kill me.
That's like saying I got shot in the head and died of lead poisoning.
What? You did? Wow. Surprised he's
So,
actually in
yeah.
the show.
Okay.
Yep.
So, if you guys want to see kind of what happened or what's going on, there was a live feed. I have on, I think it's my YouTube. I don't know if it's actually on my YouTube or if it's on Twitch one, but I can get y'all some info, some links to that. But there's a group called on Instagram called Trucking for Freedom, and they basically did an interview with these scientists and doctors and different stuff there today, and they have given every statistic, every thing that's been researched. They've done since in the last 2 years. They've done so much research and gotten so much information about this malware thing that they have enough sufficient stuff to tell them, look, this is over. You don't have to worry about this anymore. And the thing is this malware download that people are getting. You have a 75 to 90% chance after getting this malware that you will be dead.
Well,
That's
there you are.
pretty crazy.
And no, Aztec, I'm looking for something. Sometimes they put those little Lipton tea bags in there, but no, this cheap ass hotel wouldn't even give me a Lipton tea bag.
He was
It
looking
gives
for
you
a tampon.
I need me tampon. No, but yes, it's coffee, and I don't want coffee. I want tea because nothing is better than sink water. Ew, gross.
Well, Santa, I have to say that is very
Disconcerting.
It's hard to say, and I have to stress this, not to discredit or anything. It's just that the views of somebody or what someone has talked about does not reflect the views of the Game Over podcast. And if this is real, this is something to definitely be worried about.
It's also something that will never hit the media.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a shout out to these guys if you want to watch them or if you care to or whatever.
Yep. I did
go
not get your
to-
link. It's like they stopped the link from happening.
Okay,
Bean pool cleansing malware. Can we start with prime ministers and presidents?
I'll
Sorry.
throw it over in the chat room there, over in Discord,
Okay.
so that way y'all can get it out that way.
Is it Alex Jones?
I almost
No,
feel
it is a Neil Johnson.
It's
I like
really
Alex
sad because I almost feel like I need to do something different with my keywords in my podcast right now to get some of this information out to a broader audience.
Won't matter. They just announced at YouTube that the keywords don't even matter. They don't even factor anymore.
For
They don't.
Which
or malware.
anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
keywords don't matter. That doesn't make sense.
I got there was a big email from YouTube creators, and it said that the keywords values were less than 1% of the search analysis now. So I don't know. I have no idea what difference they make now at this point. But if that's the case, then what difference does it make what you put in there?
The reason why they've done that is they've actually shut off all outgoing stuff from Canada. Everything from Canada in YouTube has been completely squashed. Like, because I've been streaming it on YouTube, me and this other news channel that I'm working closely with, we've been streaming it on YouTube, and both of our channels, 5 minutes into the stream, got shut off and banned.
Wow.
Your channel got banned.
Is my
Yes.
audio really that bad?
On YouTube.
Yes.
So right now, I cannot pull up your channel.
No.
I
Wow.
don't believe that. For real? Hold on. I'm looking. Really?
You calling Santa a liar?
I'm calling Santa a liar. Let me see if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Is it
I
any
tried to
better, Rob?
I tried to stream, and
Or is it any better when I do this?
that's way better. I can actually hear you there.
Oh, there we go.
He
So is that what
he
this
sounds the
is?
same to me.
So is that where it sounds better?
Yeah.
Ah, my
You
bad.
talking about the Red Fox Outdoors?
No. Well, yeah,
Which
my
one?
Red Fox Outdoors, it's up. The channel's up, but I can't stream to it anymore. My stream stuff has been shut off.
You would never be able to. Okay, Paul, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think I was not able to do a live stream until I hit the 1,000 subs.
They told
And
me
That
they
is
told me I
correct.
couldn't. I can live stream. I don't
okay,
have
hold on,
1,000
guys.
subs.
Okay, what was that, Paul?
I did have an issue where I could not live stream for a while. I don't know how the rules are, or have they changed? But
They've changed.
They have changed.
Yes.
Because like when I was starting out, it literally was. I think I had to hit my 1,000, or 100. I can't remember. I had to hit a certain number before I could live stream. That is for sure.
Yes. And I remember that too. Because that's when you get the community tab and you can do all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I have all that on my channel. I've got the community tab. I got everything. It's all there. I was streaming on it, was making a stream, and midstream they cut my stream off and deleted it completely. I mean, it is gone. Like the whole entire stream is just
See, and
gone.
that's the one thing I got to say
I'll
about
throw a link in.
Ontario Walks. He makes
It's
sure
Ottawa Walks.
Ottawa Walks, sorry. And what I like about him, and he's smart. He doesn't give any opinions. He doesn't give any you know what I mean? Like he goes around, he's very neutral. He doesn't say a word about it. He's just showing you what's going on.
I haven't said anything in any of my streams because my mic is completely off. All I'm doing is just streaming what this guy wanted me to stream for him. He's trying to get it out so that people can see it. And me and this other news company are currently streaming his live streams for him. We're backing it up
you,
on
Lloyd?
our hard drives. Huh?
How do you find you?
I actually found him because someone recommended him to me. I actually found him on his first day in Canada. He only showed up last week on Saturday. He was only going to be there for one day.
Wow.
His first day there, his perception changed, and he's been there now 9 days. Tomorrow will be 10 days he'll be there, and he is not going anywhere. He has taken his tailgate off his truck. All of the people that are walking around out there are signing his tailgate. They've signed trucks. They've signed on the side of the 18-wheelers, all down the whole side from the front to the back, the grill work, the hood, the doors, the sleepers, the trailers, every bit of it is just plastered with papers from kids that have said, thank you for being here. Thank you for fighting for my freedom. Thank you for all this other stuff, whatever. Thank you for coming and thank you for fighting and all this stuff. They've drawn pictures. They've taken pictures of themselves. They've taken pictures of the truck that's there and actually drawn pictures of the truck that's sitting there in front of Parliament. And
that's nice.
Full detail on the side of the trucks and stuff.
Lloyd, I have a suggestion for you.
Yeah.
What a lot of people don't know about Lloyd here is that he is a ham radio operator too. And I would suggest that you do a couple of live streams and see if you can get some people in Canada on like the free radio or whatever it is for the ham radio stations up there, and see if you can find out other truths that are not going to get out.
Okay, so here's the deal on that. Because the guy that I'm working with, they are told to be on radio silence. They are not allowed to say anything. They had a special session that went on tonight, and there is kind of a hush hush behind doors kind of thing that I got access to, but I could only film it from the outside. They wouldn't let us get anywhere close. So the girl that I hooked up with from that.
Hey, hooked up. Good
You
being.
hooked
Well,
up?
I don't. No, not in that form. Just
Oh,
the girl,
We
the girl
know,
that I hooked
Lloyd.
up
We're
with.
kidding.
sorry, man.
Um,
We got to go there. It's just a part of the show.
her father was part of that meeting, and so she could get in and out of the meeting. And so, when she came out, we asked her, hey, what are they talking about? What are they covering? What's the deal? And she said that it's private. I can't talk about it, and we're not allowed to say anything.
First, you have to kill the pig, and then you tune it into a ham. No?
Cannot believe I just hashtagged
Yeah.
that. Never
So
mind.
yeah. So they were told to be on radio silence unless something happens with RCMP or the cops or whatever. Then they can tell them, like when they came to get the fuel or whatever, they could get on the radio then tell all the drivers that had fuel out to try and hide it, get it somewhere that the people can't get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just found out as of last night, because Parliament has called Ottawa into a state of emergency,
Yes.
or what they call an act of emergency or whatever.
Yeah, because it's gridlocked.
Because it's gridlocked.
Who cares?
I know.
Because of
it
that,
comes down to this is a protest. What does protest do? Gridlock. That's what they do.
Yep. So
Otherwise, they'll ignore you.
Yeah.
Correct. So because of that, all of their laws are now mute. It allows the RCMP, it allows the police, it allows the military to go in. They can take whatever they want. If you have it in your vehicle, they can take a crowbar, yank the doors open, and they can grab whatever they want. They can take it. Food, water, gas, diesel, propane. They were taking all of it. And they were just carrying it out in armloads from the truckers.
Can any of the American viewers here imagine what would happen if they tried that here? There'd be blood in the street.
I was
There
talking.
really would.
I was talking to the guy that I've been filming for. One of the truckers that we were talking to during the middle of the night at about sometime between 2 and 3 a.m. Some people took and yanked his doors open with crowbars, or was going to try and yank him open or whatever. Apparently, I guess his window was open or something to let in some air or something. They grabbed him, yanked him out of his truck, and beat him up, and told him that they wanted him to leave town. The guy that I've been working with, the next day after we found out about it, he went out there, talked to the guy, gave him like $200 cash. The guy left his truck there, locked it up. One of the people there in Ottawa that opened up their house to him went and took him to Walmart. They got him a new pair of clothes. They got him some food. They got him some water. And then the guy that I'm working with gave him another $150. He went out. They got him a dash cam. They got him a radio. They got him some safety equipment. And for the days that he was there, he took and chained his doors on the inside so that nobody could pull the doors open. He put some protective stuff up in front of the windows so if they did break the glass wouldn't get on him and it would just fall. And as of this morning, he left and went back to Winnipeg. That's where he's from. And he is up there supporting the people in Winnipeg, up there close to where his wife and his kid are.
I know that as of today, I believe there's still 1,000 trucks surrounding Parliament.
There are 500 trucks surrounding the Parliament, and then down the side streets, all the way around Parliament for just miles, man. And I mean miles.
Yeah, and Robert, the thing about that is you got to remember
kilometers down there.
Everybody's experience is going to be different, and I mean individuals, people, everybody's going to be different. He's hearing from one person too.
And here's the other thing too, Rob. If like Ottawa Walks, you watch him. He's there for let's say a couple hours twice a day, right? During the daytime when it's quiet, during the nighttime when it's a little bit of a party, and everything we see is peaceful.
Okay, so everything. That has all stopped. That has all stopped by court injunction.
What stopped?
All the happiness, the being able to play, being able to honk their horns, being able to have live
Exactly why I
music.
do it.
It's all been cut off by court injunction for the next 10 days. They can't do anything. They can't honk their horns. They can't play loud music. They can't get out of their, I mean, they can get out of the trucks and walk around, that kind of stuff, but they just can't be loud. They can't, like, any noise, any infraction, and this whole thing is over for Canada. I mean, completely over. If just one trucker honks his horn, this whole thing is done.
Huh.
That's the reason to do it.
Do it anyway.
That's the reason to do it, Lloyd. They need to. Every single one of them needs to lay on the tape that sucker down.
I know that there was trucks coming up from the U.S. to support us. I don't know if they got across.
Okay, so they have not got across. The crossing at Alberta, Montana, the line there between Alberta and Montana, has been completely shut off. Has been completely shut off by the police there. And if I actually have footage of that as well, of the blockade that's there.
It's not time to be friendly, bud. The time to be friendly was before they started forcing people to put drugs into their body. Yeah. That's when it was time to be friendly. But at this point, it's ceased. They're saying you have no freedom. You have no choice. If you don't do it, we're going to use the full force of the government to force you to do something. And this is a load of crap. They're not. Yeah. The government's not willing to work with them.
That's just it. The Prime Minister won't address it.
He will not address it.
I was watching the House of Commons today, or whatever it's called on Reuters, watching it live, and all he does is talk about the Dixie flag.
The Dixie flag,
the racism, and the swastika or whatever.
Yeah, that and the download of the malware.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you piss people off, you lose the fight, right? But who pissed who off? The government pissed us off, and now we're fighting back.
What? Wait a minute, where's Robert from?
Robert is he's here with me, not in my house,
Canada.
But yes.
Okay. And the reason I ask that, and it's by no means a degrading question.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that attitude right there would have kept America under British rule. We would
have owned your asses.
That's right. At some point, you have got to make a stand for what's right. There's right and there's wrong.
Now,
and just because they're the government doesn't mean they're right.
I'll make this clear, and I'll make it clear as possible, so you know how I stand. The protest is against the government, yes, and
yes, it is. Absolutely.
And I'm happy that the protest changed to be for us, for everybody. And this is now happening in Germany. This is happening in India. This is happening everywhere. Okay. The problem is the gridlock, and I agree with that. Having the trucks down there is a big problem. Do I disagree with the idea of it? No. Do I disagree with what other people are facing? Yes, but I don't believe that the stores are not making more money on food. The restaurants in the local area, places that you sleep. Right. So is it killing the economy down there, or is it helping the economy down there? We're going to hear that it's killing it.
Well, and at the end of the day, does it matter? At some point, you have to be willing to sacrifice a little to gain a lot. And this is about nothing less than the freedom of you, your children, and their kids going forward.
And Rob,
if you cave now, it's over.
I do agree with you, Rob. Mm-hmm. I get it, right? And that is flippin' annoying. I wouldn't even be able to be down there to support them because the noise would just kill me, okay? Because
there is no noise down there now.
No.
Not a good trade data.
You want to know the sad thing about this whole thing is, too? This morning, or actually yesterday, between yesterday and today, the police were issuing tickets to the drivers because their trucks sitting there idling and with the heat on.
Which is actually a law. That is a law in Canada. You're not allowed to let your vehicle idle over a certain period of time, but yet the police cars do it.
Right.
That's not right, Robert. That's the problem.
Okay. Now
they're still stretching, even though they know that people are done with them. They're just going to go ahead and violate a few more rights What's one more? I mean, come on.
No,
And
Rob is not
yeah,
against it. Rob is understanding what's going on. I know Rob personally,
I mean,
and
there
I
it is.
don't see Rob.
Anti-idle bylaw.
Rob
That
is
doesn't matter.
anti this whole situation. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Rob still stands how I stand. Am I right, Rob? The
Rob, if you
Well,
get a
I hear what
chance,
he's saying. I hear
please.
what he's saying. But and I get it.
what
At
he's
the end of the
saying
day, it's
is
inconvenient to everybody. But
after 3 p.m. it's empty. Why? I get it. And the problem that stems from this whole thing is if they do move them, then nobody's complaining to Parliament. So I understand the noise. I understand what they're doing, and I get it. If I was living down there, I'd be frustrated too. But in the grand scheme of things, I would probably step up and go, but they're doing it for me.
this is your future.
This isn't a vaccination war.
This
It
isn't
never
today. It's not
was.
tomorrow. This is forever.
Yeah,
What happens
it's
now
not
is
about
forever.
This is a mandate war. And if they want to continue being a bully to our society, then they can go to hell. I'll move to Texas.
Come on down.
I'm the next contestant on the Texas Right.
We already eliminated every single mandate. Our governor said there will be no more mandates. So
After the first weekend, they asked the horns to stop. For most part, they did. Yeah, they changed it to, I believe, every hour.
Every hour on top of the hour for 10 minutes and
Yes.
every bottom of the hour for 10 minutes.
Right.
Well,
So
all
it
of
was
that
like every
came to
30
a
minutes.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 30 minutes.
How is that
Injection is a
okay?
joke, and they pushed for power thing. The thing is, and this is what's really pissing me off. So
You're
the
right,
tow
you're
trucks
right.
aren't going to help them. The tow truck said no. Oh, I'll approve your thing here.
Oh, I got him.
I agree that there is a problem down there, and it's frustrating. And that is why I think something is going to change. Our problem is our prime minister, I
What?
think, is egotistic. I think he's power driven. I don't believe that
No, he's not.
he doesn't give a shit about the small businesses. He makes it
I
look
don't
like
get it
it.
as
He doesn't care. He doesn't. Yes, I know.
All I'm going to say is
And I get
what
that.
what you're seeing on the media is totally bass backwards from what's actually going on down there. If you get a chance, please go down to Ottawa and just look. It is not what you're seeing on TV. I promise you.
Well, that's just it. Like what I said, the people like Ottawa Walks and all these people are showing us what's really going on. And I see the cops joking and laughing with the people. I don't see people getting pinned down. I see the reason why they're bringing in this RCMP, 3,000 officers, as you now have confirmed, is because the officers that are there are too comfortable with them, and they're not doing anything about it.
Yeah, and see, my opinion on this is, and you were talking about the noise laws, 11 to 6 and 24 hours a day. It says you can't disrupt the neighbors without a knock on the door. Right. But we're not talking about a party or hanging out with 10 of your friends and jamming Metallica. We're talking about a fight for the future of your country.
They're
And your
fighting
kids
just to stay alive there right now.
And Rob, you know
At
the
some
area.
point, when my neighbor's comfort factor weighs less than the future of my children. And
Yes.
that's kind of where we're at least in my opinion. I know where you're coming from. I get it. And yeah, the officers, that is bad. I just hope some of these guys will have a change of heart. I really do.
Rob, you know, and I will say there are U.S. officers going on video, and it went viral about the constitutions and so on, and that what's happening, it's not that the officers on the front line need to have integrity. You were sworn to protect and serve the people, not the government.
Right. So here's the deal on that too. We've been talking to the officers during the day. Some of the officers will talk to you. Some of them won't. If you try and talk to them, they just kind of like lower the head. They don't want to talk to you. They're there. They got to, just like the rest of us, they got to make a paycheck. They've got to,
I don't disagree with that.
They've got to, support their family.
Where do you
Some
think the check
some
comes
of the
from?
ones that we've talked to said that they don't want to be there.
Yes.
That they'd rather be there with the truckers to do this, to help them or whatever. But because of their job, they have to be there. They're doing what they're told.
Where do they think their paycheck comes from? It's
It-
not magic butt fairy
No,
dust.
their paycheck comes from their people.
No,
It's
That's right.
hashtag magic butt fairy dust.
it's paid for. Their paychecks are paid for by the taxes of the people there.
Now, the other thing that
Everybody
bothers
has a
me
choice.
is the things that you have said. So, what I see is a peaceful demonstration, okay? The people
It
down
is.
there are cleaning up around everything. They're scraping the snow. They're
Oh,
cleaning
dude,
up.
there's zero garbage. They've been there for
Yeah.
12 days. There is zero garbage.
Great, Robert. That is so great.
There was a statistic put out today in Alberta. Crime rate down there is down by 90%. The truck drivers are out shoveling sidewalks. They're out shoveling the streets. They've made room for the emergency vehicles. They've opened up lanes for emergency vehicles to get through.
Yep, absolutely. They have.
There is zero garbage. I mean, nothing. You can't find a gum wrapper on the ground. Nothing. Everything is picked up. There's garbage cans. There's porta potties. There's places. They've set up homeless shelters for the homeless to come in. They're feeding the homeless.
They put tents up.
They put tents up. You can come. They've set up places to go take showers so the homeless can come in. They have a homeless shelter that's there. The
Did you
homeless
see that?
shelter because of the community that's there right now. All the donations that have come in because the truckers have so much food. The truckers are taking armloads of food down to the homeless shelter. Well, the homeless shelter says, now we have so much food here, we don't know what to do with. We're going to try and give it away. We don't have room for it. So they said the best thing that you can do for us at this point is bring us some cash so we can get like other things that we need, like blankets and towels and sheets and that kind of stuff.
And this is the thing. These truckers have gone above and beyond the whole cause. They've done a lot for down there. And like Rob said, the owner of Tim Hortons down there never made that much money in 2 years. And this is where I call bullshit on what the government's saying about these businesses being shut down.
No, that is true. That is true. That is true.
Yes, some are closed. I get that.
No. Listen to me.
Yeah.
The whole entire grid down there has been completely shut. All the malls, places to go eat, restaurants.
But by who? The government said, hey, shut that down?
The government has shut it down.
To make it look good.
No. Like, they don't want anybody there. They don't want, like, even their people of Ottawa. Mm-hmm. They don't want them coming down to the protest. They don't want them to see what's going on. They're shut because if they come to their businesses, they have to go into Ottawa to go to their business.
And then they see what's really happening.
To see what's really happening.
Nothing.
So nothing's happening. I mean, the people down there, it's been nothing but hugs and kisses and everybody just having fun and loving each other, smiling, playing with each other, playing hockey, playing soccer.
I've seen it, and I've seen people down there, and I gotta applaud these YouTubers that are going down there, walking the beat every single day, twice a day, like Ottawa Walks. I keep saying him because he does what he needs to be done. People are seeing the truth through him. There's no violence.
If you want to see somebody that's live right now, go to YouTube and look up U Ottawa Scotty. The letter U Ottawa Scotty. He's live right now.
That's a bag of magic fairy.
200,000 will be there Friday and Saturday and Sunday. That's a shit ton of people.
No, that is actually wrong. 200,000 is just the truckers.
Oh.
Okay. Last week on Saturday and Sunday, the total count was 3.2 million people downtown.
What?
Yes, sir.
That's more than population, isn't it?
Last Saturday, they had 3.2 million people show up down there to support the truckers. They had food. They had people they were escorting the truckers to keep them safe. They were taking them to their homes, giving them showers. They had live music. They had all this stuff going on. And then Sunday night, Monday morning, all that came to a halt.
Rob is no. Why no, Rob? What's going on? See, Rob's very into this too, and he's down
Anybody
here, right?
in that area? Is he in that area?
Yeah, he's here in the same city I am.
Okay. Somebody needs to go down there and get some live video of what's going on. I'd like to see, and Lloyd, I know you've got it, somebody that's there, but somebody that's on this channel, I would very much like to see if they had live video. We could roll it into a video. I wouldn't have a problem doing that.
Got live video. It's on my YouTube channel.
And there's lots of live video out there. I've been spending my nights till sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning because I can't sleep anywhere. And I've been watching all these guys live doing what they do. And the politics. And I hated politics. I never even voted until he called an election and I had to get rid of him. But he still got in somehow. The bottom line is, I've never cared until now. And this is becoming a problem. And I'm starting to get passionate about it because I watch so much of it now. And the lies that are coming out, when we're here, we see it. It's bullshit. Get off your horse, stop playing bad guy, and become a prime minister that we voted you in for, or whoever did, because I didn't, and live up to what your job is supposed to be. You're supposed to be for all Canadians, not the vaccinated, which is not even what this fight's about, but you continue to talk about it. One day, someone came out with a bad flag and was completely covered, so you couldn't tell who he was or what he was. He was probably paid by the government to walk through there so they could talk about it every effing time he has something to say. We will not stand for swastika's and Dixie flags and whatever. F off, dude. One day.
I've linked up my Twitch account because that's where everything's at right now because I've moved everything to my Twitch.
What was it? I was watching Fox News today, and they said he's not a PM, he's a BM. And I was like, this is hilarious, man. Fox was just kicking his ass. 3 million people, you wouldn't move into downtown core. That is correct. So I'm with Rob on this. I'd say 250,000, maybe 300,000. Maybe your number's just a little off there.
It could be. My numbers could be off. I don't know. That's what I was told. Number count, because apparently... I'm probably wrong on this, but like I said, that's just what I was told.
Yeah. Now, I want
to say, but I do have video of it. Like, it was so bad down there, shoulder to shoulder, man. Like, you couldn't hardly move through the crowds. There was so many people there.
Yeah. And I do notice that the crowd stays out of the courtyard. They stayed outside the fence. Now, I guess on that day they didn't. There's no way.
No, that day they didn't.
Right.
They didn't.
But overall, the truckers aren't crossing the walls where the police are inside and the Parliament building. They're not doing that. Yes, unlike the United States, we can walk up to Parliament. Okay, I know you guys can't do that at the White House, but we can because we're Canadians and we don't own guns. I don't know.
Which is also exactly why they'd be able to keep everybody at bay.
Yeah, absolutely. But they got surprises coming. 4K Guy Ottawa has tons of drone footage. Nice.
I'll check that out, Robert. I do want to see that because drone footage doesn't lie. So
yes, Rob, I want to ask you this question, okay? And then that will put peace to what I've been trying to say about the trucks down there. Who lives around a Parliament building? They're not apartment buildings.
No, they're not.
Now tell me if I'm wrong, because when I was down there, I didn't see. All I seen was government buildings, stores, and so on. So, Rob, am I right or wrong? That's what I want to see. I want to see if I'm right or wrong. Because if I'm right, who gives a shit if they're honking their horns?
Like I said, at this point, dude, I'd tape them down.
There are lots
and
of
the more they said,
in the more they said,
don't do that, the more I would tape them down.
Yeah, no, but there is, okay, every city in Canada has a noise law, okay? After 9 p.m. in some, after 10 p.m., after 11 p.m. I think Ottawa, is 11.
The protest.
It is 11 in Ottawa.
Yeah, so after 11 o'clock, the police actually do have the right to give you a ticket. Now,
Right, but see, they
thing is,
weren't doing this. They weren't doing it at night. They were doing it during midday.
oh, they were doing it at night too, buddy. They were
I
doing
know,
it at
no,
night.
I know they were doing it at night too. But I'm saying that the police were down there ticketing the drivers during the day while they had their trucks running during the day, and they were telling them to shut their trucks off during the day. And it was like -30 during the day down there.
Point of protest is you definitely want mass civil disobedience. That is the point.
Right.
The
And
point.
so far, everything
Okay, so
they've
they're
tried to
condos. Okay, I
incite.
get that.
You take the
They've tried
ticket,
to-
and you fight them in court, and when you get 3 or 4 million tickets on the docket, they're going to get the point through their head.
Right.
So,
No,
yeah, you've got to do it.
I'm okay. I live here. All right. Trucks running have nothing to do with it, with the horns. So I don't disagree with the trucks being there. I do disagree with honking horns and stuff after the noise curfews. I really do. And I would be pretty pissed off too. Let's face it. Those freaking trucks are loud. Would I still support them? Yes, I don't care that they gridlock what they did. They have to do that. Because if they don't do that, there is no statement being made whatsoever.
That's right. Protests that do not inconvenience people do nothing.
That's right.
You can walk down the street with a flag all day long and people are going to go, I don't give a shit. But you block a street with the flag, all of a sudden they care. So I'm telling you, you've got to
so the trucks are allowed to idle because it's winter.
That's really cool.
So that does, because let's face it, tractor trailers do idle no matter where they are in the world. When they're delivering the truckloads, they don't shut down.
And if they take the gasoline, they're now threatening the lives of the truckers.
That's correct.
Correct.
That is correct. Again, the firemen and volunteer firemen are going to deliver gas from the information that I've gotten, and they are legally not allowed to be stopped, as firemen by law are allowed to carry fuel.
Yeah. Anyway, the police, aka goons, ended up.
That's where my buddy is. He's in California right now.
They were stealing up to, I think it was like 3,200 liters of gas or diesel from the truck drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So what they were doing is people were coming in during the day carrying empty jerry cans, and what they were doing is they would put like water, or they would put like washer fluid or Gatorade
just
or
to
whatever
provoke
in them.
the police, and they were confiscated.
It was actually orchestrated by the truck drivers.
Oh, okay. To trick them?
Yeah, it was a diversionary tactic. So what they were doing is they were trying to do that to have enough time to get at least some of the truck drivers some diesel fuel so that they wouldn't run out of fuel.
Okay. Now, Rob,
so
in a state of, I know we're in a state, they declared a state of emergency. It's, in my opinion, baloney. There's nothing going on down there that would cause a state of emergency other than you can't drive down the street. Oh,
right.
No.
Same state of emergency.
And you want to know what I'll say about that, too? Watch the people walking down there. The police have concrete barriers put up in front of the trucks.
Yeah, and the thing is they've told the trucks to move, and then they have taken and blocked the trucks in so that they can't move, and they're ticketing them because they can't move.
And here's the other thing, Rob. I just want to make this clear, too. When you say, the blockade and whatever, we now have a state of emergency, watch the streets that are completely effing empty with barriers up and cop cars on the other side of it. Who's blocking that road?
What I would say...
Yeah, there's a bunch of streets down near Parliament that are completely empty. You can drive all the way around Parliament.
These protests, guys. It was a state of emergency that let them mandate something be injected into your body. So state of emergency, my ass. You can use that for anything. Anything.
Yeah, and whenever they go into an act of emergency or a state of emergency, whatever it's called, all of the laws that were in place are just totally mute. They can do whatever they want because they're in a state of emergency now. The Parliament can tell them, hey, I want you to do this, and they have to do it.
Yep, absolutely. And we have and here's an example of the state of emergency comment. We have a particularly sleazy politician down here named Rahm Emanuel. And that one thing that he is famous for quoting is that you never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yep, and they're taking full advantage of it.
It's exactly
Full
what
advantage of it. And
Okay,
their
this
prime
is
minister will not go out because he thinks that these he's come into parliament like the last 2 days. Their prime minister's gone into parliament for the last 2 days, and but whenever he leaves, he's kind of like sneakily leaving somehow.
Oh,
to
he's
get out.
slimy. He's hiding from the whole thing.
Yeah,
There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know who picked him up today. We were watching for him to come out, and I don't know if he went through a door underground somewhere or something, but he never came out of Parliament. We saw him go in, but he never came out. We know he's gone because all of Parliament,
Yes,
left
Trudeau.
or whatever. But
I watched Trudeau live today, and it was a joke. And Rob, this is the thing I said earlier, that the person in charge of our medical is a liberal. The person in charge of our security and safety is a liberal. The person in charge of what goes up on the internet is a liberal, and so on. The only people that are talking and making sense are the conservatives, and they actually are saying, answer the question, and then they go in riddles. They never answer a question. Well, if you're going to wave flags and you're going to be beating people up or stealing people's food, what the F are you talking about, dude? You're talking about someone the government probably paid to walk down there, cover yourself up to craziness, because if they find out who you are, you're a dead man, and walk around with this. But the truckers walked up to him immediately and said, thanks for coming out, but go home. They didn't want it.
They were very peaceful about the whole thing.
So, and the guy just left. Why? Because he's petrified. Petrified. He probably doesn't even have anything to do with it. There's no way someone in Canada, it's like Fox joked with, how the hell did they get a Dixie flag? Right? Because we're here in Canada. We're Canada. What the hell does that have to do with us?
Because apparently a maple leaf is not threatening enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause an argument here, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing live and what's actually going on up there, and
your sources.
And my sources that I'm getting it from.
That is very interesting, and I'm glad you told that story earlier of it. Again, the channel does not reflect everybody else's
review. That's right.
The views and viewer discretion or listening discretion has definitely been put in place here.
Yes.
But we went from, like I said, we are a tech channel, we are a gaming channel, we are but unfortunately this is taking over everything. This is news. And
it's affecting tech. It's affecting gaming. It's affecting everything, and it will continue.
Yeah, because all the supplies right now are sitting in Ottawa. They're not going anywhere. There are loads of lumber. There's loads of food. There's loads of electronics. There's loads of refrigerators, appliances, keyboards, mice. You name it, dude. It's all sitting in Ottawa. It's not going anywhere.
And they're not talking about off the shores of New York, Vancouver, and everything. All the cargo ships that are sitting out there for months that they won't let dock and unload. So who's trying to create the drought in our shelves? It wasn't the truckers.
Oh man, because if you create, you turn to people that cause the problem to cure the problem.
Right.
Yeah, and the thing is, they still have some crime going on. They still have some crime going on at night. And the truck drivers are getting scared a little bit at night. They, really started like locking things down pretty good up there. And because of so much of the generosity that's going on, and because of all the money and stuff that they're like being handed out during the day, they're like, hey, you need to stop bringing us cash. We got too much cash sitting here in our trucks. We can't, bring us other stuff. We don't mind y'all bringing us food. We don't mind you bringing us water, drinks, Gatorade, whatever, clothing, showers, toothpaste, that kind of stuff. If we need it, we'll let you know. But please, just stop bringing us money. They're sitting there. They're sitting there on thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just that's been handed out, and they don't know where to put it.
When you say they're getting robbed, okay, I have a hard time with fellow Canadians, even would-be thieves, okay, let's say, going down there in a situation like this and actually robbing them. That, to me, not only is disgusting, but I'm just trying to understand that.
Yeah, one of the gentlemen got pulled out of his truck at 2 a.m. in the morning, sometime between 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning, and they beat him up.
But they said the police were there 24/7 now.
Yeah, the police won't do anything. They will not do anything to help the truckers at all. They're just sitting there. They're watching.
I don't buy that.
Unless they're told to act to do something, they don't move. They just sit there.
I can't buy it because I guarantee you there were 30 other truckers around this guy that would have seen or heard something and jumped in on this.
They did. There was 2 truckers that jumped in to help, and they got the goons off the guy or whatever that were trying to beat him up, and they helped the guy get back into his truck. They run the guys off or whatever. But the guy, man, dude, like, he was black and blue the next morning. His eyes were all black. He had bruises all over his face, and at first
So, Rob,
I don't know what the crime rate is in Ottawa. I don't know what it is.
Rob,
but I would be willing to bet that during this protest, the crime rate has dropped to almost nothing. I really would.
The crime rate is down 90% according to what was published yesterday.
Rob, just so you understand, we call him Santa.
Pat King.
He is working with.
Okay, Pat King is one of the guys that's over the
Where's Lloyd?
trucker thing that's going on.
Right.
So Pat King is part of this. He's like one of the I forget what they call him now, but he's like one of the guys that's kind of overseeing everything. They have like different people over different sections. Pat King is over one of the sections of the truckers where they're setting it. He is also trying to sit down with people of Parliament. The Parliament people will not talk to him. They won't talk to anybody from the trucker side of stuff. They won't talk to the doctors. They won't talk to they won't talk to the scientists. They won't do nothing. I will say we, but it's not we. It's the
I'm going to search
people.
right now, trying to find anything about that Canadian trucker that was beaten up. I can't find anything at all.
Now, this is
No,
what
there's nothing on it. That's the thing.
This is what I want to say to.
You got video?
No, I don't have. I've got video of the next day when we talked to him. I've got video of that, and it's on my Twitch channel.
Okay, so
No, anything that actually happens except for what he said. Correct?
Sorry.
Well, we don't have video of any of it actually happening except for the day after and what he said happened. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, that, and then we also have 2 truckers that can corroborate it because they were there and helped broke it up.
Did they get any video of it?
I don't know if they did or not. I can find out. I can talk to
Get the words out. Every single trucker needs to be carrying a camera at all times. You got to record this to protect yourself, guys.
I would have cameras recording in my truck.
Yep. They're going to do everything they can.
That's the thing is the guy that got beat up. The next day we went out and got him a camera, or I would say we, but it's not we, it's me. Not me, but the guy that I'm working with or whatever went out and got him a camera to put in the truck, and he has 2 cameras, one facing the door and one facing the windshield, and that way, if something was to happen or whatever. Somehow, I don't know, they were like posting up papers and stuff on his windows, and they came back a couple of days later and told him if he didn't leave, they were going to kill him. And
is there video on that? Is there video of the papers that they posted?
Yes.
Okay. See, Robert, I would tend to agree with you on this.
Yeah,
because
Robert, yeah, I understand.
Cameras do not lie, and they record what is going on. And if there was no evidence, we get him on live. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Lloyd, can you get the guy on live for an interview?
We did, and we interviewed him.
Right, but did you do it live? And did you do
Yes.
it with the other, and you had the other two truckers also involved? Not
Yes.
an edited video.
No, not an edited video. We did this live.
So Rob, what is going on? The gentleman down below, Santa, is working with a news conglomerate and people down on the ground. He is in the States. He's not here in Canada. They're trying to get him to help move this stuff because they're getting banned. Am I correct?
Don't need.
Yeah, everything coming out of Canada on YouTube is being completely squashed. My channel included. I cannot stream on my channel.
Yeah, they just took away his streaming rights because he streamed live what was going on, and they shut him down during stream, correct?
Cut me down midstream, right in the middle of the stream. They cut my stream off and cut my channel so that I can't do anything. Like, I can access my channel, I can look at the videos that's been recorded, and the one video that I did record, they completely deleted it. It's gone.
Yeah, they would say you violated TOS if I had to guess.
Did you keep backups? Like I have a server for
Yes,
example.
I've got them backed up on my computer.
So that's something, because you guys are close to each other, John. That's something you should probably take a look at.
Yeah, I think I will. The
reason why you're getting stuff from Ottawax and the Four Red Prince guy or whatever is because the people in the United States that are streaming it for them. The news company that I'm working for is actually streaming it right now. There's another guy, his name is Brighton Thoughts, who's down here in the States. He's also streaming it for him. There are
great idea, Robert. Lloyd, do you have a Rumble account?
No, I do not have a Rumble account.
Start a Rumble account. That is a great idea, Robert.
Throw it up.
It is great. It's the conservative alternative to YouTube. And
yes.
I stream there also occasionally, and I don't make any money on it, but it's still, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because I don't think there's censorship.
There's another guy. Yeah, there's no censorship here in the States.
No, I mean on Rumble.
On
Rumble? Yeah, okay. On YouTube there is.
Yes, absolutely. They're paid by
the news channel that I'm working for and the other guy that I'm also working with and my channel, all three got cut off midstream today.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to stream it on Rumble. Seriously.
Just go straight to Rumble, go straight to anything you have and put it on Rumble.
I've been streaming it live on Twitch after my YouTube account got hacked or shut off rather. Mm-hmm. I started streaming it on Twitch, so all of my videos are live on Twitch, and I've also been keeping a backup on my computer.
So Twitch right now has those videos?
Yes, Twitch. Dude, I've probably got 15, 20 videos there.
Okay, want to throw that channel up for Rob?
Yeah. I'll link it up right now. I was going to say, Lloyd, you see the furry Canadian?
I was trying not to say Lloyd's name.
Both of us have said the same thing, brother.
It's Red Fox Outdoors.
Yeah,
please.
You need to put this up on Rumble. Say it with me. Repeat it. I will put it up on.
I will put it up on Rumble tonight. I'll put it up on Rumble tonight, so no worries there.
I'm going to rumble my Dumble.
Yeah, you're going to rumble your Dumble, and if you don't, then bad things. Look, everybody's saying it. Rumble, man, rumble. He's not kidding. Yeah.
Some of those videos are really long. Some of them are between 4 and 6 hours long. I've been streaming it straight through. When what happens is like they'll go live, and I'll do the live while they're live, and then I'll quit streaming till they come back on. Hit the live as soon as they come back on, and it's not just him; it's a couple other people that I'm also streaming for as well. You'll see them. They're mostly on the videos I have are all Instagram. Some of them are a couple of them on YouTube that I've been streaming for. But I've got backups made of all of those as well. But most of the stuff I've got right now is currently on Twitch.
I'm happy you're not fuzzy anymore. So guys, the Twitch link is there in our chat. You want to check out the videos that he is talking to or pertaining to, they're there. Just something for you guys to know. And like I said, there isn't a news company out there now, whether it be Canadian or U.S., that I know of that's truthful, that's speaking of any violence whatsoever. In fact, they're showing, hockey sticks with flags mounted to them, and people
lots
laughing.
Of hockey sticks.
Yeah, people
lots
laughing
and lots of hockey
having
sticks
fun,
with flags.
and you're like, huh? How is this violent?
Yeah,
You know?
what the mainstream media will say is Canadians mass attack with hockey sticks while carrying flags to string up protesters.
Right. That's exactly what's
That's
going
what
to
they'll,
happen.
that's what they'll
Let's get
say.
ready to rumble. That's right. Let's get ready to rumble.
At the end of the day, guys, I think all of us are probably relatively politically aligned, but at the end of the day, facts don't care about your feelings. And
Yeah.
if it's actually happening and the people are there on the ground and what they're fighting for is real, it's righteous. It's for the future of not only you, but we're talking about generations. This is a precedent here. If they can force you to put it into your body right now and say, I don't give a crap about how many people are protesting or how long they honk their horns, if they can do that now, there's no limit to what they can do. They can force you to put something in your body. That's the worst possible thing you can do.
Right. And at
Yeah,
this
they
point,
actually they've got a court injunction right now for all the truckers. They can't honk their horns. They can't do anything for the next 10 days. No noise at all.
It needs to happen. It needs to. It has to. Because an inconvenient protest is not a protest.
well, it's still inconvenient though because the downtown area is shut down. So I agree.
Yeah, and the government down there will not allow them to open up until this is over.
Right. So I agree that the sound can stop for now, and it's only 10 days. I don't even know if they can do it twice. You know what I mean? I think once the injunction's done, it might be done.
They can have a court injunction to extend it. They can do an extension on it at any time. That's what I was told this morning.
Now, that's exactly it. Robert says, I'll say this here. Trudeau does not have a month left in Ottawa. The Liberal Party is turning on them. They got to have someone to blame for damage control. And
they have
in the House of Commons or whatever the heck it was today, when I seen this live, Conservatives were saying, and I quote, a Liberal stating blah blah blah, and they're reading the quotes from his own people. Shut down. Stop this crap. And he won't listen. He just refuses to listen. He's a power-hungry monster.
Maniac. Yeah, his brother tore him up today, man. Like, they did an interview with his brother today, and oh my God, dude, he went off. Dude, he went off on his brother.
What it does is let's say you are not a supporter of the protest. So let's say you live in that area. Just bear with me here.
There's going to be people.
Not.
There's some diehard liberals that stand behind everything.
That being the case, the horns are blaring. You are inconvenienced and you are pissed off.
Yes.
You're not going to focus that at the truckers. You're going to focus it at the government and say, whatever the hell you did to make these assholes honk their horns like this, stop it.
That's exactly it. They need to
hate you on your side.
What they say? Here's what they say. They say, I've been getting tons of complaints from the people. Now, what they're saying is they're getting tons of complaints from the people. They're not saying that the complaints are towards you guys do something about it. They're saying that the complaints are, oh man, this is nasty. Someone needs to stop this. Blah blah. The complaints are probably, why aren't you doing something? Why hasn't the Prime Minister addressed this? Why hasn't a mediator been sent out to talk to the truckers to respect what's going on and not call us a fringe minority?
That actually is taking place. That is actually going to take place. This coming Friday, they have a mediator that's coming in to talk to both the truckers and the government on Friday. At I think they said it was
truckers
around like noon, 1 p.m. time.
Then you just validated what I said. If that is true, and all of the people that are anti-truckers are now pissed at the truckers for this, that validates what I said. They will go to the government and say, whatever you're doing, stop it. This has got to end.
Yeah, they did. They went straight to the government and said, we need this to stop. So the government people put in an injunction to stop it. And then coming this Friday, sometime between 12 and 1, there is a mediator coming in to sit down and have a discussion with the trucker party people, whoever their handlers are, or whatever I don't know what you want to call them.
The coordinators.
Yeah, they're coordinators. Thank you. Yes. they're going to sit down with the coordinators and some people of the government and see if they can come to some kind of agreement on Friday.
That's right. Castro doesn't care.
I
Those
like that
same
a lot.
coordinators are coordinating, like I said previously, the U.S. DC convoy. So
Yeah.
Canada's coordinators
Canada's-
are going to work with the U.S. trucks as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, what we've seen, and because of the guy that I'm working with, what we've seen is there have been a movement that has started in London, England. There was a movement that has started in the Philippines. There's one that has started in Hong Kong. There's one that started in Australia. There's one that started
They'll
in.
kill 'em at Hong Kong.
And I noticed they say like the European, and then they'll have the Canadian flag. Convoy 2022. Everybody is recognizing that Canada started it, and they're putting the Canadian flag on their banners. I was blown away when I seen that.
If you watch some of the footage from England, the people over in England have the even down in Australia as well. They're all carrying Canadian flags on their trucks.
Yes.
And I gotta tell you, okay, this is gonna sound horrible, Paul. I gotta tell you. I gotta say this.
You don't like our flag?
You have no idea how proud, me personally, that I am of Canada. Seriously, because generally speaking, I know the Canadians have an opinion of America, and America typically has an opinion of Canada. And though we're friends, those opinions generally do stick. But at this point, I have never seen anybody with the brass balls that these Canadian truckers have had. And I am so glad.
I am shocked. It blew my mind.
Let me add to this. Currently down at Parliament, we have 1,000 of our U.S. truckers sitting down there with the truckers of Ottawa.
Let's hope they bring
10,000. We have 1,000 U.S. truckers up there right now.
Yeah, I was told if they couldn't come into Canada, they were going to lock the border down.
The borders are locked down. The border across the Montana Canada line there at Coots.
Our flag went upside down too since the election.
So the border.
By the way, I know that everybody in this group knows, and I know that most of our viewers do. A flag upside down means your country's in distress.
Yeah,
and we are absolutely in distress.
Yeah.
So
the border there at between Montana and Canada there at Coots has been completely blocked off.
Mm-hmm. That's the biggest trade border.
The bridge at Windsor has been completely blocked off as well.
Yep.
The bridge or the what do you call it? The entrance there in BC. BC has completely closed their border so that nobody can come through. The border down in Niagara Falls has been completely shut off. The border across Nova Scotia has been completely blocked and nobody's getting in there. The bridge that goes from Ottawa to Windsor, they've blockaded it so that nobody can go through there. And all these trucks they're for kilometers, man, around.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean kilometers, man. Like,
it's not a fringe minority or fringe. It's more of a minority. The support is huge. Tow trucks won't support them. The military won't support them.
The trucks. And get this, dude. The government asked the tow truck people to come in to haul the trucks out. Every tow truck company that they've called said, no, we're not going to do it, and nobody will respond.
And they also said that most of our drivers are out with COVID as an answer. And then they stated, and they also said that it is not in our best interest as our livelihood to tow a truck.
The Ottawa Police Department has taken and they've started buying all these like 18-wheel tow trucks, but they've got nobody to drive them. Nobody is driving them. They don't have anybody with a license to drive them. So nobody knows how to. And so all these tow trucks are just sitting at the Ottawa Police Department and they're undrivable.
That sucks to be them.
I think if you were a trucker and you started pulling away these guys, they'd be the end of your business.
No, that's just it, right? And a statement came out. One of the companies actually put the letter from the government and their response out for the public to see. And it said it would not be in our best interest as a business towing truckers to go in and do this for you. And if we wanted to, we still wouldn't, is what they stated.
Yep.
And they said if a truck in distress or a driver calls us, they're broken down, then we'll go and assist that trucker, not to move them for your benefit.
Yep.
That's right.
So what they've done too is after they lifted this
225-ton wreckers?
Yeah.
No, 225.
25-ton.
225-ton wreckers, yeah. They bought these wreckers and they're just sitting there. They're unusable. Because nobody's got a license to drive. They don't know what to do with them. How to use them.
Ottawa, like the other roadblocks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I thought it was kind of comical, but yeah.
No, I tell you, Paul, man, Texas is here, dude. We got room.
Yeah.
We could absorb another Canadian.
Rob says they haven't just bought them.
So they've had them.
See, Robert knows the towing business inside out. So,
Okay.
That's cool.
Well,
very cool.
Anyway,
he owns some of that.
Yeah,
stuff,
I don't know how many they bought or what. I just know that's what that we were told this morning.
OC Transpo tows
one of the
their own
meetings.
buses.
Yeah.
Lloyd, that's where I'm wondering. That's what I was wondering about your sources. If you're multi-sourcing this out from different angles, because
Yes,
if you're taking it all from three sources linearly, then you may not be getting the story on all sides.
No. I'm getting this from multiple resources.
Robert, you might get in contact with him. It sounds to me like he's a good person to know from the technical aspect, certainly on tow trucks and what's going on with.
I'll put it like this: I have insider information from what would be considered our Secret Service people here. So I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I can't give names. I can't say anything other than that it's basically one of the Secret Service.
We don't want to be monetized, man.
You want to hear something, John? I wish we were a big channel right now, because man, would we be flooded.
Oh, I'm aware of that. And at the end of the day,
content that came out of here today, because of your sources, would have put us over the goddamn. We'd be at 100,000 subscribers like this. Yep. It's ridiculous. And I don't want to take a situation to grow on by any means, especially this one.
So I'll put it like this. One of my sources that I've been talking to has already been interviewed by 3 U.S. companies here in the States. He's been on Fox News here in the States. He has been on 2 other news stations, CTV, they're in Canada.
Yeah, CTV is bought and owned by Canada.
Yeah, right. Well, CTV pretty much today kind of, I mean, yeah, they're still paid off or whatever, but they're actually starting to kind of like show what's going on down there now.
Yeah, I seen that. And they said it was peaceful.
Yeah, it's very peaceful.
I don't think they have a choice. When it gets big, you can't lie about it anymore.
Yeah, CTV. I'm trying to think of the other one. MM something, CMM or MM something. I can't remember the news station.
You know what it reminds me of? That reminds me of, and this is just kind of an off topic, but we're talking about how the media distorts things until they can't anymore.
Right.
It reminds me of the Trump inauguration versus the Obama inauguration. And what they did is the CNN had taken pictures of the reflecting pool where all the people were. And the angle they used on the Obama one showed it stuffed, right?
Yeah.
And then and the angle that they used on the Trump one showed that it was sparsely populated until they backed the picture out. And then the entire monument was flooded with people when Trump was inaugurated. And when Obama was there, it was just that one section that were smushed together right there. So it's all about how you view it. And that's what news is these days, is giving you the information in a way that leads you to something they want you to think.
I just know when I watched the Prime Minister literally on video say, the media, we own them. We pay them. Of course we own them.
Yeah, he said that they paid the media $600 million to do his bidding.
Yes, he did say it. And I seen that too, Rob. He did say it. And I was like, you're admitting that the news is bought and paid for.
Yeah, he said that he paid them $6 million to put out what he wants them to put out.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Kind of treasonous.
And he pays.
Right.
He said he pays $600 million a year.
That's right.
Admitted
A year.
Media for a
Yep.
year for the media to put out what he wants.
You are gaslighting your entire population.
The liberals want him gone. There's no way in hell they want him to stay there. There's no way in hell.
No, the current Parliament people they're trying to find some way to get rid of him.
Platypus, what's on?
Also, good news. Trudeau's head of security turned in his resignation and left yesterday. And
nice.
That's on video. He came in, turned in everything, and resigned. That was put out yesterday. And I can't remember exactly what, but anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so now he is out trying to help this organization with the truckers to help do what they're trying to get done.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, guys, this is a little off topic there. You know, Paul was talking about if we had been a bigger channel, this would have gone totally viral. He's right. If you guys want to help us out with this thing, by the way, little woot woot, just hit 2,000 subs, which freaking awesome. I never thought I'd ever.
3,500.
Congratulations.
Y'all got to help me catch Paul, because I got to catch Paul. Paul's in the lead on this race. I got to catch Paul. So
anyway, I've been streaming all day and all night, dude. I mean, I've been streaming almost 24/7 here at the house.
Yeah, what I was going to say, guys, if you really want to help, though, spread the channel out. Tell people about us. Get them involved. Seriously, because we're always going to stay true here. That's what we're shooting to do. Whether it's about tech, our regular channels, the stuff we do, or bringing on guests that have information, we will always stand for truth.
And for the record, I did talk about Intel and AMD today.
Yeah, and if y'all want to see if y'all really want to see what's going on live, I will be streaming it tomorrow on my Twitch channel. It will be there for everybody to see. So I'm giving you grassroots people, feet on the ground, and I've got several different sources of people that I actually stream for, and I've actually been asked to stream for and to back up onto my computer. I'm sending them daily videos over the internet to to back up that I'm sending from my computer.
Oh, by the way, Paul, this is kind of an off topic.
Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Yes.
Yeah, please do.
If you haven't liked, hit the like button.
Yeah, definitely like. But anything you can do to help us out, to get this out there, we're going to keep it up. And I'm going to tell you something. Y'all notice we've been streaming over 2 hours. None of us cares.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we're getting out information. We're doing what we love to do. So get it out there. Tell people about it.
And if I would have named, I'm going to tell you something right now. Every single video that had anything to do with the trucker convoy, I had to fight. They demonetized me. And I had to fight every single one of them. And when I fought them, they all got monetized. All of them.
Yeah, that's the problem I had with one of the videos that I put out yesterday.
Them. Yes.
Yep.
It automatically demonetized me for even saying convoy or trucker or support in any which way. And I think that is bullshit. And then the bottom line is...
yeah, and you can't say that they downloaded the malware either.
Right. And if that... happens, like, I guarantee I probably will get a gold on my monetization after it's all rendered.
You will.
And then I have to contact them again and say, no, this isn't right. There's nothing I said wrong. There's nothing I said accusing. There's no lies that came out of my mouth. There's no reason. And I haven't said the F-bomb. Shit, ooh, whatever,
Oh, yeah, and by the way, y'all know that this is going to go up live on my channel after this, right?
Yes,
and
I butter it first.
All y'all got to check out my channel, too. It's a rule. I didn't make the rule. Yeah. Paul said if you don't do it, he's coming on nude for the next show.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just can't name names. All I can tell you is that the people that I'm working with are kind of higher up. So
Well, that's thank you for coming on the show. I mean that
Yeah,
was very interesting. Again, this was unexpected. He asked to come on the show to let us know what is going on because it was just too much to type, and I get it now. This is absolutely criminal for what we heard. If all of this is true and your sources are correct, wow. That's all I gotta say is wow.
yeah.
And on a
Well,
lighter note, guys, I want to put my intro up. Just 1 second.
Intro. You know I can't see
Well,
it, right?
it was probably
Is
an
it
outro.
intro?
You'll see it now in a second. There it is.
Is it pretty?
Wow, my
There it
delay
is.
is pretty good now. It's not that bad.
I don't see it. My delay's like
Here, John, just for you.
minute.
There you go. Ready? Just for you.
No.
Woo!
No. I still can't see it.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Not lagging out again. So.
Oh, something just happened to my stream there for a second. That was weird.
Yeah, OBS Studio.
Yeah.
It just popped up. I saw it. Popped up twice. The second time it's popped up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think that overall, this is what we talked about with the channel. This is what we wanted to do. You know, number one, we wanted to entertain and have fun with it. But number two, we always said that whatever we told you guys was going to be fact as far as we knew it at that point in time. So, you know. But you know those that little pistol I showed you last time, Paul. I forgot to tell you about this. And Lloyd, you'll get a kick out of this too.
We're not
because
talking
you have
about my little pistol, are we?
You know that TPM1, Lloyd, that you've got? So
Yeah.
another guy got one, right? And he loved it so much, he shot a ton of video with him and his family out shooting that thing. Okay, that intro just popped up, dude.
Wow.
That's how delayed this is. The chat seems to be on time, but the video is really, really delayed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you missed the AMD Intel conversation, dude. We talked about how Intel is enjoying their very short sit.
Lived. Yeah.
Yeah.
AMD's about to take over that real soon.
So for the last 2 years, Amazon, Newegg, everybody has reported out of the top 10 selling CPUs, AMD owned 8 of them, pretty much. I think it was roughly 8. And Intel were at the bottom for their 2. And they would have been like maybe a low end and maybe a high end. Now Intel has taken a number 1 spot, putting AMD in number 2. But like I said, very short-lived. The Steam themselves, like I said in the past of this video, have announced that you're not stopping the train. There's more AMD processors coming up and more AMD gaming rigs coming up because they get to see, and they also get to see that Windows 11 has got 16 or 13, I can't remember, don't quote me, percent market share now in the gaming world. So that is pretty cool. And then just in this quarter alone, remember in 2021 AMD was up 68%, and like John has stated, that would have been better if there wasn't a shortage. Now moving on from that, AMD still made $22.5 billion this year alone. This year, that's like 2 months, people.
Lloyd will make that on his channel this week.
Lloyd will make that on his channel this week, yeah. Talking
Right,
all
Lloyd?
that jazz.
I wish.
Me too.
Yes,
I
Aztec.
just don't have the viewership right now. That's the only thing I'm lacking is viewership right now.
What do you think? We have 4 viewers right now. We've had I think the biggest was 6.
Yep.
Like I said,
it takes
we
time.
were a bigger channel, and if we had put Trucker or Convoy or what, guess what?
Yep.
This would have it would have probably gotten more people, absolutely, but we would have been shut down by now.
Oh, that single shot pepper gun was hilarious.
Yes.
Aztecs talked about it. The only way that's going to defend you is if maybe the person that you were to fire it at laughed themselves to death.
Or
maybe
pissed
you
themselves. Or you threw it and hit them on the right spot in the head.
It was pretty light. I don't think it would do it. It's like we'd be like, ding.
Oh, that's bad.
Horrible, dude. And then, and admittedly, I thought there's no way this could suck this bad. Seriously, So I bought another one. These were $70, dude. So I took it out back. American. I took it out back because I had to clear out that pepper ball that was in there so I could test it inside. And I fired it. As soon as I fired it, it exploded at the end of the barrel and just gassed me. I was like, I couldn't breathe.
We have
it was just wonderful. I can't think of anything. But oh, look, Devil Edwin's back in.
Yeah, let's remove.
Nice, Devil. You've been reported. Enjoy yourself.
And removed.
Yeah. And later, dude.
Bye-bye.
So, bye-bye. See, you wouldn't want to be you. But he comes in here every now and then. Yeah, throw it and run. That thing was so bad. And it's weird because whenever I test these things, even the worst ones, I find something that I like about it. That thing, there was nothing. I didn't like anything about it.
Rob, how did you get a Byrna HD pepper gun?
That's what I use. That is my videos. You've seen it on my side.
I just don't understand. I can't get one.
And in communist California, I can't have it here, so it's at home. But yeah, the Byrna is by far
connections.
Well, you have connections down here, Paul.
Yeah,
the Byrna is by far the best that I've found so far. The video that's coming up, I always tell you guys, I give you a little heads up. I'm actually doing a roundup head-to-head of all of the 68 calibers. So you've got the Byrna, the Salt Supply, the TCP, which that thing is just nasty, and that 68 caliber shotgun, the HDS.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
videos out for that. It's nuts.
Yeah, all four of them against each other, and we'll see how they do. The other thing I'm actually going to do, that's he's saying that because the regular Byrnas use 8 gram CO2s, unless you get an extension on them, but the new ones actually have the 12 grams. The next thing I'm going to do in the video also, at least one of the segments, is I'm going to run the CO2 cartridges at room temperature, and then I'm going to freeze them. I want to run them at frozen to see if it really makes that big of a difference, because you ain't going to always be carrying these in the summertime.
Right.
So I figure it's probably not a bad idea to know.
Even though you do not know what snow is.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
That particular gun that you're talking about, the CO2 cartridges, the one that I have, the gun, what size cartridge is it, 10 or 12?
Yours is a 12.
Okay.
Yeah, yours uses the 12. The Byrna uses the 8, and then the 12 if you get the extension or the version he's talking about.
California, Canada, and China.
The little rubber bullet things or whatever have been out of stock for so long, and they finally just came in.
I've got them. I got as many as you need. So let me know.
What you're looking
I just ordered 2.
Yeah, I also have the pepper balls to go in that thing now.
You shouldn't just order 2 balls.
Do you have the cartridges as well?
The CO2? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I need to come get some this weekend.
He is stocked.
Yeah. And if you happen to be in the area, guys, I know a few of you that are watching the channel are, the big order for the new, all of the new pepper ball guns, and I mean a lot of them, is going to be coming in hopefully by the end of next week, and that entire booth is going to be converted. So if you guys want to see some more of these pepper ball guns, and I'm talking about all different models, or in Paul's case, fully automatic BB guns, I'm going to have those there too. We're going to have some fun. So yeah, it's all going to be there.
I does have myself a nice BB gun.
That's right. And Paul?
Yes?
I don't want to point out the fact that you do have a contact up here. So should you want another toy, you just let me know.
Yeah, he'll probably get stopped at the border.
Paintball, baby. Paintball. I'll put big paintball stickers all over it.
Yeah. They technically are paintball guns.
They are paintball guns. They are. I don't think I'd fire paintballs through some of these things. The paintball would just get destroyed coming out of it. But yes. Yeah.
I can ha 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 ha.
But yeah, if y'all want to see any of the footage that I've got, it's all over my Twitch channel right now. So
Paul's new sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
What the hell is Blue Chew?
See,
there's his channel.
Rob says, "Paul, I have a boat. Remember? Haha." Yeah. What you guys don't know about where we are? Remember, I said we're on the Messina, New York border, and what separates us is the St. Lawrence River. That's it.
That's it.
That's
So
it.
he comes across. I drop him a little
We
box.
look at the Americans shore to shore if we want to.
That's nice.
That's how close we are.
One of these days, I've got to get up there. You know, when I lived in Kentucky, I was as close as I've ever been. I used to drive up to Michigan all the time, and it would have been a real quick little jaunt over the border up there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, sooner or later, that might be a fun place to come visit. I may be banging on your door. You'd be like some freaking transients at my door.
Tranny. He said tranny. Did you guys hear that? Tranny. There's a
The
tranny
end.
at my door.
The end.
Somebody met me who?
At least if I come banging on your door, I don't have to worry about getting shot because you know you're Canadian.
You got to worry about my King Shepherd.
I like dogs.
He doesn't like strangers, though.
Strange? I'm just stranger than most.
Yeah, I'm the strangest.
But no, I do. I really have enjoyed playing around with those things. It's been a lot of fun, and it has nothing to do with the fact that my channel has changed in any way. I'm still a tech channel, but at the end of the day, I haven't had a lot of orders for computers, and getting video cards is still like pulling teeth. So
Oh, I did want to bring that up. Actually, the video card shortage is coming to an end. That is right. I said it.
Yeah, but not with
but not with the prices.
The chips.
Yeah.
That is the problem. So
Yeah.
I know here in Canada, I can order just about any card I want right now, whether it be an AMD 6900 XT, and I'm waiting for the AMD 6950 that's coming out because it's supposed to be the end all. But
I'll be right back, guys.
yeah. So what's happening? You go to Newegg, newegg.ca, newegg.com. I'm not sure how .com is, but we can pretty much order any video card we want. The problem that comes down is prices aren't dropping as fast as we expected. So
900 XT still running $1,600 American.
6900 XT.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2200 I'd say here.
Yep.
And that's a lot of money. Like Rob knows. Rob was with me. I bought my 6900 XT for I think it was $13.99 plus tax Canadian.
But they are readily available.
Yeah, right. You see what's going on?
Yep. Prices are up, but
Rob has the red devil. Yes, that video has done very well, Rob. People are still telling me. They chirp in and tell me what number they have. If you go to the comments on that video, Rob, you'll be shocked. There's still people, not even that long ago, maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, saying, "Hey, man, I have number blah 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 out of 500." I love it. I love it. I think it's really cool, and I like the community, right? So that's really awesome, and that's just it. Like overall, everything that's been said in this channel today, it's still friendly. It's still, whatever's going on in the world, it's uniting the world. It's not separating us, and I love it. So
yep, I agree.
So I mean, our neighbors are united. Germany's united. India's, you know what I mean? And I love that. I really do love that. That's something I've been wanting to see for a long time because that's not us hating and wanting to go to war. That's us embracing and saying enough's enough. But yeah, that video card is awesome. I also did a. You're keeping the Zen book? I also did a video on his card. I did bench tests and so on against mine, and his card is quite nice. Until I watered mine, he was beating me.
And this is kind of cutting my own nose off to spite my face here. But didn't you mention that you had some laptops for sale or that are coming in?
Yes. If anybody is looking for a laptop, thank you, John. I have 8th gen, 7th gen, and 6th gen laptops at my disposal starting next week. They're all 16 gigs of RAM. They all have 256 NVMe's and Windows 10. They're all Dell.
Nice.
So he'll be pre-configured, right?
Yes, and right now I do have the option to for any of you guys down that way to get them pretty easy. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are or where you live. I can get you laptops and I can get them to you. So inventory's coming.
If the friends down my way end up buying one from him, he pre-configures all of them. Bring it to me at the flea market, and I'll fix it.
That's probably a good idea. Actually, funny. I don't know if you guys would like to see this, but I have a repair that's been brought out. That was brought in, and it's a machine I built. It's a 3600 Ryzen with a 5600 XT in it. And when I sold that guy that video card, I feel so sad right now because of what it's worth. But anyway, the bottom line is, if anybody wants to see it, I can do a video repairing it. I don't know if I'd do it live. I'm not sure if I'd do it live, but I could do a video repairing it just to it's not even broken. Like, his OS is fudged. His OS is fudged. So I'm formatting and redoing his machine, no doubt. But there's this weird ticky 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 tick sound in one of the fans. Now, it was brought in before, and there's nothing touching the damn fan. So I'm going to have to tear that apart and figure that out for once. Once and for all. I want to see what's doing it. Yeah,
it's probably one of the bearings in it.
No, nothing.
Did you change the fan?
Well, duh.
Oh.
No.
You know, it's funny. One of the first videos when I revamped my channel, Paul, seriously, one of the first ones ever, was called Friends with Computer Problems. And it was Lloyd's computer. I'd built for him a long time before that, and we had to do some work on it. And that was one of the first ones I did. Remember that, Lloyd? God, that was like 3 years ago.
That's funny.
Oh, man, yeah. That's been like years ago.
It was a brand new fan. It made the noise right from installation.
And it could have been defective from the. You let.
It's very possible.
Built, brand new, go out to a client with a ticking fan.
In my defense.
Oh no.
The fans didn't tick outside the case. They didn't tick mounted to the radiator. That is creepy. And they didn't really tick when the machine left.
I didn't realize your last name was Dell.
Ew. Oh, dude, you bought a Dell. I hate Dell. I do. But that's what I have coming in. So if anybody out there is looking for laptops, let me know. I'll gladly ship and send them out to you and make you somewhat smile.
Early 90s, Paul. That's what I would say.
Dude,
late
bought a Dell.
80s. Yeah. No, I was talking to Aztec there, responding to his question.
Oh, how old of retro computer do you play retro games on? So right now, the only thing I have retro that I built was my Athlon XP 2600 plus. What?
Look what Aztec put. I couldn't agree more. Rat. I always, when he says it, I always think he's going
Radiator.
Yes.
And Rob, stop talking about my bent shaft. So it's a 512 meg of RAM because I limited it. It's a XP processor.
That's a lot of RAM, dude.
It is a lot of RAM, but it's a Windows 98 gaming machine. Okay.
Even then.
Yeah, and I'm running a ATI 9600 or 9200.
I think back then I was running at best 32 megs.
Yeah, but I'm not. Keep in mind, I want to build a older computer for DOS.
So the best you could at the time.
Right. That's what this is.
Okay. All right.
It's like your dream build, right?
Right.
And it's it's water cooled, so I have the hottest processor on the market that was still the fastest processor, but it ran so damn hot it throttled. Now it's running ice cold.
Why didn't you just use a cool Pentium 2, and slide it in like a cartridge?
And I'm not a big guy.
There's one up there on the wall. I'll tell you why. And I even have an Athlon slot 1 or slot A.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because I won't use an Intel anything. And back in the day, I was running AMD K6 and so on. What?
People expecting, I'm sitting here.
Dude.
Lloyd.
Either you're going to demonetize us or you're going to stop watching porn.
Sorry.
Use that crap.
I was trying to, man. I couldn't get it muted in time. I'm sorry.
You were fixated, dude. You were zombied. You're like this. You're like,
I know I was trying to get it muted. I'm like, where is it? I'm trying to find out what it was.
So my big water-cooled bad
Sorry.
boy back there, that is creepy.
I was trying to get it muted. I'm sorry. I couldn't find it. I was like, where is it coming from?
There's a big bad update going on this one back here, so hopefully it starts back up again.
No, I had one of the channels that I'm live with. It's been sitting here waiting for him to get on, and it just came on at church, and I'm like, which one is it? And I'm going through all my tabs trying to find it to shut it off.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess it's actually getting pretty late. I was supposed to be doing other things.
oh yeah, you're in trouble, buddy. That's right. Okay, so before since this is running so late tonight, guys, I'm going to stream game tomorrow night, and I am still going to be on California time, so I'm going to shoot for about 7:30 Central. Yeah, 7:30 Central. That's and it may be a little bit earlier. I'll splash it out and let everybody know if it's going to happen. So. You were watching TV in Lloyd's glasses.
Yeah. Oh.
What? What you owing?
My blue screen glasses. Wait. There. Wait for it. There we go. There we go. Look at my pupils.
Sorry, it was one of the.
You know what I see? You guys see these two old dudes here? You see like old there? Oh wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Yeah.
And he's bald.
And I'm bald. But I'm bald by choice.
That is weird.
No, dude, it's military throwback. This is like the greatest haircut in the world. Get right up and go.
Mine's pretty military. I can just...
What freaking military?
It's short.
The Amazons?
I would love to be in the Amazon military. They're usually... girls.
Oh man. Well, yeah. Hopefully it'll be great. That last one, Aztec, I kind of botched it. I really did. I wanted a camel, but I'm gonna get one this time, and I'm gonna keep him too.
Windows update on my gaming rig was successful.
Whoa, that means you'll be blue screening of death anytime.
You want to hear something funny? Every time there's an update with Fortnite, my first game that I go into play, I get thrown off the bus before I get to jump off the bus because I'm still in the connecting screen. My buddy's like diving to wherever he's got to go, and I'm like, "Where are you?" And he goes, "Are you still on the bus?" And I'm like, "Yep." Paul, you
said you're on Amazon.
Hello.
They're watching your screen.
Actually, it's funny because I just got asked if I would be interested in streaming on Amazon because a certain person is looking, I won't say who it is yet because I have to make a decision, looking for an Amazon streamer, and they had asked me. So, I think that's pretty cool. I got to look into it and see what that entails, and go from there.
Your camel. No, you can't rope your camel. From what I understand, you got to keep feeding your camel. Yeah. Oh, speaking of camel, it's so funny. Somebody, one of these things on Facebook went by, and it was a cartoon from the 30s, I think it was, of the Flintstones, maybe the 40s, but it was black and white, right? And it was all about, it had Barney and Fred, and it was a Winston cigarette commercial. It was crazy, dude. I was sitting here watching this going, wow. That definitely explains why everybody was puffing up then. What's that? Nobody likes Tim Hortons.
Timmy's!
Because you don't know what it is.
It's a Timmy's double-double.
No, I'm a two milk, one sweetener kind of guy, because I'm too sweet as it is. Yeah, your wiener schnizzles.
You should have got a double-double.
I can't drink that. I'm against sugar right now. I can't eat sugar.
Oh God. Yeah. Can't rope a camel. I don't know. If I can't find more frogs, I may consider eating one though.
Ew.
But oh well.
Okay, guys, let's wind this down.
There it is, brother. Let's tie it up.
Yeah, it's time. Look, here comes the intro again.
Yep. And I will be
I didn't mean to take over
streaming
your stream
tomorrow.
tonight, but anyway, I know it was a
That's
lot of
right.
information. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over.
But it was information that was pretty interesting, and I'm happy not only to have heard it, but to actually just even have it on my channel right now. And it's still up. I'm pretty happy. So thank you for that information. And again,
Remember, a replay
the
will be
things
going out.
stated on this channel are not exactly the, what's the word I want to use?
Opinions of the staff.
Opinions of the staff or owners of the Game Over podcast. So I just want to make that discretion. Everybody has a right to their own decision. And remember, we are not anti-vaccine. We are anti-told what to do.
That being said, go truckers.
Go truckers. All right, guys, I want to call it a night. It is almost midnight here in Canada. We're at 11:35 p.m. It is owie, owie, owie for me. No, I'm lying because I'm always up till like 3 in the morning anyway because I can't.
Don't forget, guys,
sleep.
this is going to be reposted on my channel in about an hour as soon as his renders. And then I'll be on tomorrow night. Don't miss the stream, and you won't have an excuse then, Paul, so you better be there.
Game over, folks.
Yeah, it is a game over. Thanks, guys. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a good night. Game over.